getting bonus coverage. This is the last 3.5 minutes of Fargo Gage Fort Supply in Canton. Canton is in the lead. Canton's ranked 11th right now in Class A. Four-point game. Fargo Gage Fort Supply led in the first half. They've been coming, Canton did a good job coming back in the second. Regained the lead, and it's been a duel back and forth. It's 27-23 right now. Winner of this game plays in the championship tomorrow. Loser of the game plays in the third place. Lady Cardinals face the same thing in their game later on tonight. Winner of their game plays the championship. 6-point game, Canton leads. Got a 6-point lead. Looks like they're going to go ahead and let some air out of the clock, layer out of the ball. Time off the clock. Yep, they're definitely running clock now. Fargo Gage Fort Supply gave them all they wanted in the first half. It was going to be a 14-9 game at half. Canton hit a buzzer beater to make it a 2-point game at half and came out and made a nice run to extend it out to 29-23. Oh, Canton takes a timeout. That's a surprise. They could have just kept on running clock. Neither team's in foul trouble. Fargo's got one more to give before they're in the bonus. Coming up immediately following this game, your Cardinal boys will be playing Fargo Gage Fort Supply Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs are going to go ahead and start fouling now. Minute 45 left on the clock. Next foul will put the Canton Lady Tigers at the line. Steal by Fargo Gage Fort Supply. That's even better than having the foul. And a foul on the floor by Lady Tigers. That'll send Latta to the line. Did I not just...
Yeah, I think I did.
So Lady Bulldogs have pulled back within 3 now. 90 seconds left and a foul. They send Amaya Littlejohn to the line. Littlejohn misses the first. 3-point game, Lady Bulldogs. They're in it right now. Oh my gosh, Little John airballs it. Big mistake. No time off the clock, and the Lady Bulldogs have it back. Carly Williams will bring it down. Carla Martinez. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and finish this thing off in style since you got the chance for the upset here. Canton's number 11 in Class A right now. Based on paper rankings, which are worth nothing in the state of Oklahoma, Canton should be blowing this game away. Instead, we're coming down the last 60 seconds, and Lady Bulldogs have a chance. Fouling Little John after she missed the last 2 free throws might not be a bad idea at all. I don't think they had much of a choice. They had to try and get the ball out of hands, but Maya Little John, the junior for the Canton Lady Tigers, goes to the line. She'll get to shoot 2, makes the first. It's a miss. She makes 1, so it's a 2-possession game. Lady Bulldogs have to score quick here. They're going to force the ball to Riley Latta. Not a bad idea. Canton's in the zone. Lady Bulldogs need 2 possessions, not 1. They kick it up top. Latta going for it. Oh, it gets blocked. No, they're going to say it's a foul. Huge call there. Riley Latta goes to the line. She's a tremendous free throw shooter. And the foul's called on Camden Hulse. Unfortunate heater placement means you can't see the scoreboard right now, but it's 30-26. Again, you haven't missed the boys' game. You're not watching the long game. Tournament's just running late. The Buffalo tournament tends to do this. Riley Latta makes the first. She gets 3 free throws here. Misses the second. It is a 1-possession game. Claire Zapata comes in for the Lady Bulldogs. They'll send Kennedy Phillips to the bench. Coach Toon's a tremendous coach. Got his Lady Bulldogs within a bucket of number 11. Canton's got to get it in against full court pressure. They get it to Hulse. And another quick foul. Number 22, Martinez picks it up. Scoreboard up there illustrates how it's been difficult for a lot of us to adjust to the new rules. We don't display anything from 5 up. 5 fouls is all we put up there. Martinez is sitting at 4 fouls now. Phillips comes back in. Hulse makes the first free throw. She gets another one. If she makes it, 4 points makes it a 2-possession game. She does. Coach Baldwin will take a timeout for Canton. So nail biter here for these 2 schools. The Cardinals in reserve. Over on the sidelines getting ready to come in. You can just barely see a couple of heads over the top of the crowd from Fargo Gage Sports Supply. Due to the timing of the tournament, your Cardinals, even though they're in the winner's bracket, they play in the early afternoon game, or I guess you might call it early evening, whatever 4 o'clock qualifies as. Your Lady Cardinals will be a little bit later after them. See there, 30 seconds. Lady Bulldogs down by 4. I've got to get 2 possessions or else a 3-pointer and a foul, which the way they're calling contact might be possible. Watch for the Lady Bulldogs to force the ball to Riley Latta. She's their best player, leader on the court. She had over 20 against the Cardinals when we played them earlier this year. Second game in the Mooreland tournament, Lady Cardinals came out with a game plan to keep the ball out of Latta's hands, and it worked very well. Williams and Martinez up top throwing it in. Clock's ticking. It's 28 seconds now. Williams in the front court to Martinez. They're trying to free up Latta. They've got a box and one on her, which is very smart. Martinez is open, trying to get free. Toes on the floor, way over the top. That might spell the end of the game. 14 seconds left. Canton gets the ball back. That's a big mistake. Nerves got to Martinez, and she shot it way too hard. They get into hole. Slata's going to have to foul her. Doesn't. Latta might be playing with 4. First one's made, 5-point game. It's still a 2-possession game. That's what matters. But now Fargo Gage Fort Supply is going to need a 3-pointer. They got the rebound. That means the clock is ticking. 9 seconds left. 5 seconds left. This game's over. Can't let time expire. If this shot's made, and it is. I think rankings are locked in for the year, but that one would give your coaches some pause taking a look at it. Canton holds on for the win. And here come your Cardinals onto the floor. All right, so the Cardinals are taking on the Fargo Gage Fort Supply Bulldogs. We faced them right at the beginning of the year, or just our second game. We opened up against Tyrone. Big blowout win. Bryson Parker had a massive game to start things off, hitting over 30 against the Bobcats. Then we turned around and went on the road that Friday to Fargo Gage Fort Supply to face the Bulldogs. The Cardinals had been stinging from a loss against Fargo Gage Fort Supply the last time we'd been on the court. A last-second bucket, a drive the length of the court made by one of the Bulldogs had meant a loss for the Cardinals. So Turpin, in their first trip back to Fargo Gage Fort Supply, since then wanted to hand the loss and make up for it. A revenge game of sorts. Turpin came in and led the whole game, winning 45-30. Big game that time for Gunner Post. The inside game was tremendous, and the Cardinals ended up winning big. So that game was 45-30. The big difference in the game was the inside-out game that Gunner Post provided. Huge advantage. And Fargo Gage Fort Supply just doesn't have that kind of inside player to match up with Gunner. So, not known what we'll see. Yesterday, Fargo Gage Fort Supply played against Winoka and won easily. The Cardinals, took on Sharon Mutual. That game also not close. Winoka and Beaver actually battled back and forth a little bit before Beaver ended up putting the game away at the end. So that gives you any indicator where things sit. Or sorry, Sharon Mutual and Winoka. Not Beaver and Winoka. So the Cardinals come out looking to replicate what they did earlier this year. That was right off the bat. Cardinals were still shaking off the dust from going from football season into basketball season. We had very little time to practice, very little time to prep for the game. That was at the very beginning of December, December 1st, in fact. And so the Cardinals were not looking very sharp yet. And since then, the Cardinals have put together a very nice full court defense we've seen on display the last couple of games. Cardinals have really put together the offensive firepower for the last 3 games against Beaver, Forgan, and Sharon Mutual. Games that the Cardinals overmatched the opponent by quite a bit, both in speed, technique, fundamentals, and also probably strategically. In all those games, the Cardinals were able to win big, 66-34, 60-9, and 63-32. So 60 points a game for the last 3. Cardinals might have a hard time with Fargo Gage Fort Supply. They tend to slow things down quite a bit. There's some good guard play on this Fargo Gage Fort Supply team. Dash Garton, he's a tremendous ball handler and a little bit of an unconventional scorer. He showed at times when we played early in the year that he could get to the hole. He can slash, he can cut, and he can shoot from outside. He's missing his brother. He played 3 years with his brother, who graduated last year. Dash has had to step into the forefront as the ball handler for this team. They do have some big men who have a little bit of athleticism, but where they can't match up with Gunner, who is also an athletic big man, is just the skill and experience. Gunner's been playing down low for a long time. He's played travel ball. He's got the post moves, and if you want to try and load up inside for him, then he'll just step outside like he did yesterday and start dropping threes on top of you. So I can't imagine that Fargo Gage Fort Supply can hang with that. What they do have on their team, the main big man that we'll talk about is number 2, Lathan Glisson.
Hold up.
But there's not that much to really talk about with preparing for the Bulldogs. We've seen them once already. We handled them, 15-point win on their home court. This time it's a neutral court. Cardinals are defending their crown from last year. They won this tournament last year, and Jackson Hensley, no longer with the team after graduating last year, was the tournament MVP on the guys' side, and Bryson Parker joined him on the all-tournament team. Bryson had a good game yesterday, jumping out, scoring big against Sharon Mutual Trojans, but a whole bunch of Cardinals were able to pile up the points yesterday, including Carson Peters, Gunner getting out there, Jet throwing in some points as well, and then the Cardinals were able to finish the 4th quarter going deep to the bench. Everybody got a chance to come in. Second half was mostly second-line players, as Coach Biebermeyer was able to do a heavy rotation, keep everybody fresh, but get their legs under them to be ready for this tournament. So we got it. There's 2 minutes left before a tip-off. We don't get much time in between the 2 games, so take a couple of moments, grab that drink or snack that you want as you get ready to watch some Cardinal basketball. We've got the boys leading things off tonight, going against these Bulldogs from Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Then coming up right afterwards will be the Lady Cardinals taking on the Mooreland Bearcats for the 3rd time this year. For the Cardinals, we've got our starters that we've recognized all year. We've got the 4 seniors and junior. The Peters brothers, Carson and Austin, Nash Levens, Bryson Parker, and Gunnar Post. For the Bulldogs, number 1, Connor Brown, number 2, Lathan Glisson, number 3, Jaden Clevenger, number 20, Jesse Pratt, and number 25, Dash Garten. Garten's got the ball. He'll have the ball in his hands most of the game. Working against Carson Peters, Bryson Parker takes it away off the first pass, and the Cardinals have the lead already off the steal and the bucket by Bryson Parker. So just like that. Cardinals, as I said, early in the year, when these two teams faced off, Cardinals were coming out of football season and getting into basketball mode. It's a whole different kind of shape. You get beat up during football season. You pack on the weight to be able to push people around, then you got to turn around and run up and down the court for 32 minutes. Different kind of speed and quickness required. And Garten, as you can see, will take it to the hole. He'll put the ball up in all sorts of angles. He gets that one up, but doesn't touch any rim. Austin Peters comes down with the rebound. Cardinals going the other way. Carson Peters wide open for 3. It's off, takes a hard bounce, goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Very tight rims here at Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Pass down floor for Brown, and they beat the Cardinals press and get it up the floor to Clevenger. Cardinals weren't playing full court defense much when these two teams faced off the first time. Be interesting to see what the Bulldogs will do. Bulldogs setting up in a 1-3-1 and are able to knock away a pass from Parker. It's a steal all the way to the other end. It's Connor Brown, but he misses the layup. It's tipped away. Rebound by Carson Peters. And Bryson Parker putting up a long shot. It's a miss. Glisson's got the rebound. And the Cardinals pushing pace. Only 4 points to show, but we've already been up and down the court several times. Pratt drives in, kicks it to Glisson. Glisson drives, a lot of contact. Either Gunnar or Nash got him. A little bit too much. Glisson hits the floor. He'll be shooting 2. And first foul of the game will go against Gunnar Post. Glisson can move. They brought him in from the baseline that time. Had him charging through into the middle of the Cardinals defense. It's a miss on the second shot. Levens comes away with the rebound. Bulldogs have the lead, 3-2. Peters in the corner, into the post that goes for Levens. Glisson blocks the shot. Pratt comes away with the rebound. And now it's in Garten's hands. Bulldogs would love to make this a half-court game and slow things down. Cardinals have been really running the last couple of games, scoring 60 points in each of the last 3. Into the corner. Kick back out to Garten. He'll go ahead and take that 3. It's off. Blocked by Nash Levens. Gunnar Post is able to get the rebound, and the Cardinals coming the other way. Up the floor quick to Austin Peters. Got it in the corner. Draws a double-team kick to Parker. Across the way to Peters. Levens in the corner. Back to Bryson Parker. Wide open for a jumper from the top of the key. Nails it, and it's a 4-3 game. Coach Biebermeyer will take a timeout. Coach Biebermeyer loves doing that. Lets the opponent sit on it after a nice shot. Lets the Cardinals grab a hold of momentum and hold it for the length of that timeout. Possibly a bit of psychological warfare, but a bit beyond what I know how to call. Coach Biebermeyer and Strain pointing out things they're seeing, redirected from the early game plan, maybe making some adjustments down there. Cardinals' speed advantages and shooting advantages should be apparent in a game like this, especially on a neutral court. Hopefully everything adds up to the Cardinals taking home the hardware and winning this tournament in Buffalo for the 2nd straight year. But we've got a long way to go and just under a half hour to get there, at least on the court. Garten's got the ball, pressured by the Peters brothers. They get him to turn around with deflection, but Garten is able to pick it back up. goes out of bounds and loses it out of bounds. One of the things about being so unconventional, and Garton is certainly that, is that when you get a ball going out of bounds, the referee's a little less likely to give you the benefit of the doubt for it. Jet Huffman has come in. Austin Peters will take a break. Cardinals have started running a little bit deeper rotation. Coming out of the Merit tournament, we were running only 6. Yesterday, the entire bench got in, but it was a big win. That's been the case the last 3 games. Everybody's gotten off the bench and came in the game. Gunner Post gets it down deep, powers up, is able to double clutch and still get it in, showing off his strength. Ball's deflected, but recovered by Glisson. Gunner Post is able to come in, gets himself a nice snack with that steal, and Cardinals get it up the floor. Using a little bit of chaos here. Carson Peters shows Garton what unconventional can look like. A finger roll from the baseline from about 7 feet out. Gets the foul, gets the roll to bounce around, and shooters roll its way in. Carson will get a chance to put in one more off the and one. Cardinals really taking advantage of getting the Fargo Gage Fort Supply defense a little bit off balance. And it's a 9-3 game now. Cardinals looking to pounce. Another deflection. Carson Peters reading the eyes of Garton, deciphering the body language and knocking the ball out of bounds. The deflection ends up going off of one of the Bulldogs, so the Cardinals will have it underneath. Timeout by Coach Marlett. He'll talk things over. And the Cardinals get another timeout to talk things over, this one at the expense of the opponent. Oh, doggone it. I'm sorry. I should have been showing you the Cardinal cheerleaders. They had to stay back at school yesterday, make sure their schoolwork was all in order with the game during school time, but they're here with us today. We'll make sure to get them on camera a lot more as the game goes on. Hopefully there'll be a lot to cheer about. Cardinals taking it in from underneath the basket. Nash has it, goes baseline to Parker. Parker distributes the ball into the corner. Gunner Post wide open, bounces around. Levens is there, puts it up. It's a miss, though, after rebound by Levens. And a rebound by Pratt. Cardinals converge. Pratt was trying to run a fast break all by himself, but it was 1-on-5.
Basic basketball.
Cardinals end up deconstructing that fast break, lose it out of bounds, but it's tipped by them, and then they steal the inbounds. Nash Levens has it. Comes the length of the court. He's going to take a foul from Glisson. Nash is down hard. Teammates come over and check on him. Nash gets the chance to go to the line shooting 2. Cardinals with a 6-point lead already as we hit the halfway point of the first quarter. Keep in mind, one of the storylines I'm looking for is the Cardinals managed 45 points in the first game, but they were just getting going. With another game under their belt, how will they do this time? How will they be able to get that offense to fare that's been humming along at a pace of over 60 points a game? Currently 10 points through one half of a quarter. The answer seems to be the offense is doing very well. Garton's coming down, working against Carson Peters. Cardinals are playing that man-to-man, staying close, pretending like there's Velcro on the uniforms. Long shot's a miss. And Brown throws it off of Levens. It'll stay underneath for the Bulldogs. Austin Peters will come in. Levens will take a break. Coach Biebermeyer working the rotation already, keeping these Cardinal legs fresh. Into the corner for Glisson. Back up top to Garton. Garton's been trying to drive in. So far, he's not having success. Working against Carson Peters. Hand off to Parker. Into the double team, kick out to Glisson. Glisson in the corner, working on post. Spin move. It's tipped by Parker. Parker averaging almost 4 deflections a game. Gets another one. Deflection and steal. Huffman worked with Carson Peters. And then a foul by Dash Garton. I set up not realizing I was on the Bulldogs side, and you can hear the Bulldogs crowd unhappy with that. on the bright side, you get to see bright and shining Cardinal faces in the stands across the way. That foul against Dash Garton is his first, but the third on the Bulldogs. Cardinals kick it, find the high post open again with Carson Peters into the corner. Austin Peters wide open. Long rebound, fought for, and regained by the Fort Supply Bulldogs. Clevenger has it now. He'll bring it up. Nope, that's Pratt, sorry. There's Garton. Into Glisson. Glisson in the corner for Brown. Brown back to Glisson. Glisson works underneath, goes baseline, kick out to Pratt. Back to Glisson. They're really trying to work Glisson. Glisson rolls, looks to kick it to somebody, and there's nobody there. Cardinals with the steal, full court transition. Parker, beautiful looking pass off the run Peters to Parker. Peters picks up the assist. Parker picks up the buckets, 12-3. Cardinals right now running the Bulldogs out of the gym. Fargo Gage Fort Supply is going to have to react and get something figured out here. Another deflection, Austin Peters that time. Cardinals' hands are too quick, and they're doing some mind reading right now. They know where the Bulldogs are going with that ball right before the Bulldogs pass it. Pratt bounces in a three-pointer, and it's 12-6. The lead is halved. Carson Peters coming the other way. Parker wide open and drains it from three. Parker going for another deflection, but he's going to get a hold of Pratt's arm. That'll be a foul against Bryson. Second foul on the Cardinals. That's just his first. Pratt looking to throw it into Garton. He gets it in. Huffman on his hip. Garton trying to go the whole way, and then the kick out to Brown. Brown in deep, goes to double team. Then up top to Clevenger. Clevenger's got it. Hand off to Pratt. Glisson trying to apply that. No, that's not Glisson. Sorry. Glisson has gone out. Garton drives in, gets the bucket to fall. That's Talon Coleman who's come in, number 5. So Glisson taking a break. The Bulldogs working hard, trying to free people up with screens. Works out. Garton's able to get his first bucket and draw the foul on Nash Levens. Garton with the chance for the and one. It's a miss. Free throw violation on somebody, not sure who. That's one of the white jerseys. I think it's on Nash. Garton makes the second. He gets the second chance and is able to put it in. 6-point lead for the Cardinals, 15-9. Peters in the corner. Parker. Back to Carson. Nash at the high post. It looks to no look to get it to Huffman, but gets tipped. Bryson Parker's left alone for three. This one bounces around. It's a miss. Huffman tries to come in and get it, but Coleman's there. And now Pratt's got it coming up the court. Clevenger's trying to sneak and get it his way open backside. Pratt looks like he's going to challenge anybody, no matter how many might be coming through. And Garton's going to pick up another foul. Huffman was coming through. Garton tried to pick his pocket. Catches a whole pile of Huffman. I'd have to draw the foul call. That's 2 now on Garton. That could be a big loss if he has to go out. He does. Caden Cooks is going to have to come in, and the Bulldogs are going to have to go without their biggest weapon. Bulldogs staying in the zone. Cardinals are able to drive at will with Glisson and with Garton on the bench. Not sure exactly how the Bulldogs are going to be able to challenge the Cardinals defensively here. Cardinals already with 17 points in just one quarter. Coleman, oh my word. Coleman got fouled hard. Parker went up for the block, and Coleman came underneath him. That's going to be 2 on Bryson if it's on him. It is. That's 2 on Bryson. It was on the floor. It was not a shooting foul. Gunner's going to come in. Bryson's going to have to go to the bench, get a break, and Bryson might be hurt. Bryson holding his hand a little bit awkwardly. Has a lot of contact. Pratt looking to drive in. He really loves pushing it all the way to the goal when he can. He gets the shot off, but a little bit awkward. Miss. Cardinals have the rebound. Cardinals with a 17-9 lead. Chance for one more bucket. 5 seconds ticking down. Huffman's wide open in the corner. It's a miss, but good opportunity. Cardinals up 17-9 after just one. Let's get your Cardinal cheerleaders. Stats today being brought to you by the amazing, awesome Addison Hogg. And Yanni Lett, say yes to Yanni Algeen. All day Algeen, how about that? We'll work on it. Yanni joining us for the first time today, joining the Turpin live broadcast crew. Your stats: Jed Huffman with 2 steals, Nash Levens 1 free throw, 4 rebounds, a foul and a steal. Carson Peters 7 points, 1 steal. Bryson Parker 7 points, one of them a 3-pointer, 2 fouls, 2 steals, and an assist. And Gunnar Post 1 bucket, 2 rebounds, a foul, and a steal. What do you think of all day all game? What do you think of all day all game? You like that? Okay, she likes it. I'm not sure she'd tell me no at this point, but we're glad to have her. Cardinals starting the second quarter. Carson Peters, Austin Peters, Saul Alvarado, Jet Huffman, and Gunnar Post. Remember, in the first game, it was a slowed down game. 45-30, Gunnar Post led the way for the Cardinals. This time around, Carson Peters drains a 3. The Cardinals already have 20 points. Almost half of their total from the first time around. Cardinals starting to throw down the points here on the Bulldogs. Coleman on the outside looks to drive. Cardinals have gone to a man. Dribbling violation, and the Cardinals have the ball. Carson Peters out to Austin in the corner. Gunner's setting up, but Bulldogs really trying to take away the inside, which makes sense after Gunner hurt him in the first game so much. Jed Huffman puts it up. It's a little bit hard off the rim. These are super tight rims. Pratt's got it. Pratt's been trying hard to drive. Gunnar Post picks his pocket. He's got it. Cardinals on the run. 4-on-2 transition. Little bit of an off-key pass there. Not going to see that often from Carson. The ball was in chaos, so that is not a backcourt violation. Cardinals had not regained control in the front court, in case you were wondering. So the Cardinals get another chance at it. And after all that hustle, the Cardinals had the 4-on-2 transition. It got short-circuited, but Hustle brought it back, and after the second chance, Jet Huffman's able to put in the scoring bucket. Then coming the other way, Brown is able to get to the hole cleanly, driving the baseline, and puts in 2 for the answer for the Bulldogs. Austin Peters to Carson. Carson going for 3. It's off. Tipped around by Huffman and Post, but rebounded it's by Brown. Clevenger coming the other way. Coach Marlett telling the Bulldogs, calm down, calm down. Pratt's got it up top. Pratt likes going to the hole when he gets the opportunity. Draws contact on Post. I think that'll be the second on Gunner. Gunner and Bryson both have 2. Nash has 1. I don't think anybody else has 1 at this point. Pratt misses the first. Nash will come in for Gunner. Cardinals might have the Bulldogs on the ropes here. It's 11-point lead. It's early in the second quarter. Chances here to put some distance in this game. I'm not sure if the Bulldogs have the legs to stay up with the Cardinals on this game if it gets a little bit into deep water. Cardinals are walking it up right now. Nash is setting up at the high post. The defense collapses in on him. Cardinals kick it around a little bit more. Back up top to Carson. Cardinals running 4 out and having Nash running that high post back and forth. Now Alvarado switches spots with it and pops out. Cardinals back to a 5 out now. Send to Austin in the corner. Alvarado's got it. Looks inside for Huffman. Huffman had stopped a little bit short of cutting all the way in. I think Alvarado was leading him thinking there was something else, so a little bit of miscommunication there. Cardinals lose the ball. Bulldogs coming the other way. With Garten out, Pratt's taking over ball handling duties. He's trying to distribute it. Gets it to Brown. Brown went baseline and scored earlier. This one goes to Pratt. Levens knocks it away. Looked like it might have gone off Levens' leg, but no call. Coach Marlett talking things over. Something's going on he's unhappy with. The Cardinals will go ahead and set up in a 5-out offense. Huffman in the corner. A lot of contact. Not called, though. And Cardinals content right now to maybe run a little bit of time off here and reassess this defense. Huffman with a head fake. Penetrates into the lane. Gets knocked away, but Alvarado's there. And then Alvarado has Peters, but the pass is too low. Carson was set up right on the post, ready to go. Huffman comes in, drives. Brown's unable to challenge. Huffman's able to make the shot on the drive. Cardinals considerably quicker here with what they're showing on the court than the Bulldogs. But enough of me. Let's see your Cardinal cheerleaders. Cardinals have doubled up the Bulldogs. This game sits right on the edge. It's got that kind of momentum where you can feel the Cardinals could pull away at any moment. We're only halfway through the second quarter. Pace of the game has been somewhat frenetic before slowing down a little bit. Cardinals had almost 20 in the first quarter alone. Oh, nicely done there. Pratt distributing it. Coleman misses the shot. Scramble for the ball. Bulldogs trying to keep after, but hustle all day there. Saul Alvarado not letting up, not giving anything back. Caden Cooks is having to scramble for his life just to hold on to that ball. Bulldogs with a chance here. Cardinals got that man-to-man. They're stuck like glue on these Bulldogs. Levens and Pratt. Huffman just about gets it, and it goes out of bounds. And it's last touch by Cooks. So the pressure pays off again for the Cardinals. Carson Peters has it, brings it in the front court. It's the Peters brothers, Nash, Levens, Huffman, and Alvarado on the floor. Alvarado in the corner. Bulldogs are playing that 2-3 and extending it a bit. Cardinals mishandle it. Huffman called for the over and back. And Jackson Leonard will come in, Alvarado get a break. Leonard will step into the middle, taking on Talon Coleman, who's fulfilling the inside duties right now as Fort Supply's running a bit of a 4-out as well. They open things up. Cooks drives inside. Fort Supply has gone to trying to... It's almost a four corners offense, spreading everybody out and then trying to go ISO. It worked out that time as Cook's able to drive in, draw the foul. He misses the shot.
Yeah.
Caden Cooks misses the first. Makes the second, 24-13. Cardinals with the double-digit lead. Inside, Jackson Leonard puts it in easily. Leonard came down late. They weren't quite ready for him as he came from the trailer position, set up in the post, and right as he hit the post, he gets the quick pass, puts it in. Fort Supply coming down fast. Missed shot by Brown. It bounces around. And eventually the volleyball comes down in Carson Peters' hands. Cardinals set up in the half court. Over the top of 11's screen at the top. Levens has it on the outside. Leonard setting up inside at the post. Frees up Jet Huffman at the high post. Jet kicks it out to Nash. The shot's missed. Oh my word, what an interception. Carson Peters picks off the pass from Clevenger. And then the shot is in for three. Was that Jet? Jet Huffman hitting three. He's got 5 points in this quarter. Cardinals knocking on the door of 30. Cook working hard, trying to keep that ball alive. Again, the Bulldogs running almost a four corners offense, spreading things out quite a bit, and then using screens from Coleman at the high post. Coleman's having to come up almost all the way. Whoops, offensive foul, I think. Oh, my bad. They're going to call a push on Jackson Leonard. First foul on Jackson, third foul on the Cardinals. Clevenger throws it in. Pratt's got it. Pratt's been liking the drive. A little bit of a pick and roll, and Brown's got it. And we're going to have more contact call. We're starting to get picky with the touch fouls here. So Austin Peters will get called for it. So that's now 4 fouls. None have been called on the Bulldogs in this quarter. They're playing pretty loose defense. It's a miss on the long shot by Pratt. Comes down in Austin Peters' hands. And the Cardinals have it. They move into the front court. Huffman at the high post puts it up. It's a miss. Cardinals don't have rebounders ready. Bulldogs are in position in that 2-3 zone. Cook has it. He's looking to go baseline. Pulls out. Goes back up top to Clevenger. Clevenger up top working against Jet Huffman. Clevenger hands off to Cooks. Pratt's got it. Huff challenges immediately. Pratt likes going to the hole. Here he goes. And Pratt gets it in. Jackson Leonard had set up, ready to take the charge if necessary. Pratt's able to sidestep around him. Puts in the layup. Leonard comes down, tries for the move he made a few moments ago. Hits the post, gets the ball quickly, and goes up. Not a shooting foul, though. Leonard got fouled on the floor. That's the first foul of the quarter against the Bulldogs. That'll go against Brown. That's his first. Carson looking inside for Jackson Leonard. Back up top to Carson. Carson resets it. Fort Supply extending the defense out a bit here. I don't think they're in a man. I think it's a little bit of a modified box and one almost, a challenge when Carson has it up top. They're not extending the same. We'll see if Clevenger comes back out to guard Carson. 13 seconds left. Cardinals look to be playing for the last shot of the half here. Carson's at 7. Leonard wide open. Leonard goes up and makes it. Cardinals lead 31-15, doubling up +1 on the Bulldogs. Big first quarter had the Cardinals out, almost sitting at 20. And they're over halfway to their point total, well over halfway to the point total that they had in the first game, plus a bit. Cardinals have been averaging 60 the last 3 games. Let me get your Cardinal cheerleaders on frame, and then we'll talk more after this. All right, your stats through the first half. Jet Huffman has 7. One of those is a 3-point bucket. Oh, I'll give you stats here in a minute. This is fun.
Okay, it is the one that is closest to the ball, not the furthest, okay?
By the way, if you're looking for fundraiser ideas, this is an idea that you can do. We've got some Cardinal home games still on the schedule. They're going to be flying paper airplanes.
Okay, also do not come out on the floor. Leave your paper airplane and we will pick them up, okay?
Let's go, Morgan!
3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh! Oh, my word! It's going to be easy to pick that winner.
Whose is that? Hey, Schneider!
And look at this. You get them to clean up after themselves. All right, let's go through our stats from the first half.
Do not come out on the court, please. Throw your paper airplanes away. We'll do it again tomorrow.
The Cardinals back out on the floor. That's usually a good sign, means that we're following the game plan, doing what we're supposed to be doing. So let me run through some stats. So, starting again. Jet Huffman has 7 points. One of those is a 3-pointer, 2 steals. Nashville Evans has 1 point, 4 rebounds, a foul, 2 steals, and an assist. Carson Peters has 9 points. One of those is a 3-pointer and 1 free throw. Nope, that'd be 8 points, sorry. 4 steals. Bryson Parker has 7 points. One of those is a 3, 2 fouls, 2 steals, and an assist. Austin Peters has a rebound and 2 fouls. Gunnar Post has a bucket, 2 rebounds, 2 fouls, and a steal. Jackson Leonard's come off the bench and scored 4 points to go with a rebound and a foul. Cardinals came out with a 17-point first quarter, opening up a 17-9 lead. Second quarter, not quite as strong, but definitely not bad. Added 14 more points as things slowed down a little bit to go with their defense, holding the Bulldogs to only 6 points in the second quarter. So that's how you get to your total of 31-15. Cardinals in control here. If the Cardinals can hold on, tomorrow they will be playing in the championship game. That'd be the second year in a row that the Cardinals are playing for the championship. And they will play the winner. You got Mooreland. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know yet. That game will be later tonight. Mooreland taking on Buffalo. We'll see who ends up winning that one. My guess would be it's Mooreland, but who knows? You never know till you play the game. But that game's later tonight after the girls' game. Your girls will be playing after this against Mooreland. Rematch, as those two teams have faced off against each other twice already this year. So the Lady Cats going to try and complete the hat trick against the Cardinals before the two teams match up in Enid next week. And Lady Cardinals trying for some revenge and try to even the series with a win this week and a win next week in Enid for the Squirtle Festival. So a couple of minutes left before half. We'll be back in 2.5 for the second half of the Cardinals against the Bulldogs from Fargo, Gage, Fort Supply. Cardinals starting out the second half. Carson and Austin Peters, Bryson Parker, Gunnar Post, and Nash Levins, the starters from the first half. Not the same starters for the Bulldogs. Glisson is not out there. Instead is Coleman joining Pratt, who puts up that shot and makes it, as well as Dash Garton, Connor Brown, and Jaden Clevenger. So Glisson isn't in foul trouble. Not sure what's going on. He might be injured. But I'm not sure if there's anybody who can quite counter what Gunnar can do. Gunnar gets the ball right on cue, and he's distributing the ball around. And Gunnar, after getting the rebound, kicks it out to Bryson Parker, and Parker hits the shot. So an assist for Gunnar, bucket for Bryson. Cardinals answer the bucket from the Bulldogs on the first possession. Brown going against Parker. I think Bryson's going to pick up his third. And he does. So Bryson's playing with three. With the lead the Cardinals have, looks like Bryson's going to stay out there. Garton comes in, works to the right side of the glass, puts up, I don't know what you'd call that thing, but it goes in. So Garton picks up two. Bulldogs have scored on their first two possessions. Cardinals miss and a rebound by Clevenger, and Pratt's injured. Official timeout. Pratt came off. I don't know what he grabbed his nose. Not sure if there's a little bit of contact, but Pratt stays out there. Cardinals will go ahead and set up in their half-court defense. Garton brings the ball down. Garton working against Carson Peters. Hand off to Clevenger. Now Pratt's got it. Pratt sets up for a long three. It's a miss. Gunnar tips it out, and Carson Peters comes away with the rebound. Bryson Parker's got it. Cardinals coming to the half court. Levins and Post double stack, set up a double screen, and then they hit Gunnar. So a nice job there. They gave the fake. It looked like a play set up for Bryson Parker. Bulldogs handle it, pop out to cover Bryson, and instead the Cardinals use the fake out and get the ball into Gunnar deep in the post. He puts it in, and the Cardinals maintain the 16-point lead. Garton up to Pratt. Pratt drives. Clevenger, long three. They're taking a lot of long threes here. They aren't pushing it inside as much other than the occasional drive. Losing Glisson, for whatever reason, is really hurting what that offense can do. A missed shot, Gunnar Post. Taking advantage of Glisson's absence, puts in another 2 points. Cardinals lead by 18. Garton's coming down. Cardinals are just able to take this full court offense or full court defense and just lay all over these Bulldogs figuratively. Gunnar Post blocks Garton's shot. Post is going to get called for the contact on the arm. Garton say he was in the process of shooting. That is now 3 on Gunnar. Bryson and Gunnar both have 3. Glisson's going to come back in. Austin Peters will come out. Jet Huffman comes in. Jackson Leonard's going to come in. And Post, nope, Nash Levins will take a seat. Nope, Gunnar's going to take a seat. We'll figure it out here. It's musical chairs for the moment. Into the corner, Dash Garton. Brown's got it up top. They roll Pratt over the top of the screen. He comes inside, almost loses it, but maintains. And before it's all said and done, it's double dribble. They could have got him for 3 seconds in the lane, but it was reaching into a grab bag of offenses there and deciding on double dribble. Bulldogs turn it over. Cardinals have the ball. 18-point lead, looking to make it 20. Into the corner goes for Carson Peters. Huffman drives in. Nash looks for it. Misses it. Pass goes right through everybody's hands. Comes out the other side of the lane. I don't know what the call is here. I have no idea what they just called. They whistled it. No foul called. I have no idea. But stays in Cardinals' hands. Bryson Parker wide open, puts it up for three. It's off the rim, bounces over the top. Pratt's there for the rebound. Things have just kind of turned into a little bit of a slog here. Cardinals have backed off the full court defense and pressure that they did in the first half. I'll tell you what, that pressure can play dividends as Pratt gives a pass to Clevenger that's a little bit off target. Clevenger looking inside, thinking a little bit ahead of the play and misses it out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Cardinals. Nobody gets the steal on that. Credit that one to team defense. Parker against Garton. Bulldogs staying in that 3-2. Garton playing up top, trying to be active, but Carson Peters penetrates deep and Leonard's open for a jumper. That's the 20th point now in difference between the two teams. Cardinals lead 39-19. Garton's got it. They look inside for Gliss at the high post. Glisson drives inside, gets the contact, gets the bucket, and he'll get the chance for an and one. So they found the matchup they wanted. Still not sure why Glisson sat most of the first half. He's very active, very quick, but came out for a while and then sat all the way until just now, coming in about midway through the third quarter. Glisson sets up for the and one. It's a miss. Leonard tips it. Parker's able to come away with the rebound. And Cardinals sitting at 18-point difference again. Parker in the corner for Levens. Levens throws it to nobody in particular. Garton's there, and Cardinals let Garton have the gift. Not quite sure what happened there, but definitely miscommunication. Carson went to cut right as Nash went to throw it to him, and there was nobody in particular ready to receive that pass. Huffman's penetrated deep. Carson wide open from the corner. Puts up the shot. It's a miss, and Pratt's got it on the opposite side. Cardinals rebounding really well on the strong side, but a couple of long shots that have gone over the bucket have gotten away from him. Bryson deflects it away from Pratt. Jackson Leonard comes away with the steal, and the Cardinals have the ball again, looking to get back to a 20-point lead after a couple of buckets. It's a 16-point difference, 39-23. Huffman deep into the paint, kick out, Nash Levens for three, bounces around, it's off, Glisson's there, gets it to Pratt. Cardinals had Gunner Post down there, pulling in rebounds early in the corner as they built it out to a 20-point lead. With Gunner out, Glisson, you can see the strengths that he's got. The big man for the Bulldogs gets the ball, penetrates deep again, and will get to the hole with a chance to shoot another and one after making another shot. Well, Glisson trying to take the team on his shoulders. He misses the free throw again. Cardinals get the rebound, and it's a 14-point lead now. So a 6-point run here for the Bulldogs after the Cardinals had got 20 points. Jackson Leonard, turnaround jumper. It's long. Pratt's there in defensive position, ready for the rebound. Cardinals struggling a little bit on rebounding here. Bulldogs going on a little bit of a run. Pratt looking for an opening. Bryson shuts the door. Kick out to Brown out in the wing. Bulldogs have gone to a 5-out. Glisson calling for it. I think he thinks he's got a matchup advantage with Bryson. Bryson overplays. Glisson gets it. This time, as he rolls, he had an open look. But instead of going for the finger roll, he put it up traditional style. Bounced it off the back of the rim. Cardinals come away with the rebound. And Bryson Parker drains a three. Cardinals back to a 17-point lead. Garton decides it's been too long since he's put up a circus shot, so he'll drive in deep. Garton draws the foul, and the Cardinals alone on the foul count in the third quarter. They've got 5. They sit at the bonus numbers, which means the Bulldogs get to go to the line as they drive to the hole in this quarter. Garton with his chance to shoot 2. It was Glisson a couple times in a row. Garton misses the first. Miss on the second, but it's tipped by Glisson, and Garton's able to recover it. Glisson triple teamed the high post. Kick out on the edge to Brown. Brown likes driving that baseline. Turnaround jumper is off. Glisson and Leonard battle for it, and Leonard's going to get a foul called on Glisson. Leonard had position. Glisson fought for it anyway, and too much contact. That'll be the first foul of the half for the Bulldogs and the second of the game for Glisson. 57 seconds now left in the quarter. So Bulldogs have put together their best quarter so far. They've managed to hold down the scoring by the Cardinals while getting a little bit of a run themselves. The Cardinals are leading in the quarter, but not by much. Passing deep to Jackson Leonard, gets tipped out by Dash Garton. Garton displays his incredulity, but that won't sway the referee, and Nash Levens will throw it in for the Cardinals anyway. Carson has it at the wing. Huffman wide open, knocks down the jumper. And the Cardinals with 4 quick points here at the end of the third quarter. And it's back to a 19-point lead. They had 20 a moment ago before the 6-point run by the Bulldogs. Pratt's got it up top. Drives over the top of a screen by Glisson. Pratt's able to sink the jumper. Glisson knocks it out of bounds. The only reason I point that out is we've had a lot of delay of game calls in early games this year. Bryson Parker drives in. Oh, Bryson hits the floor hard off the shot. He'll get to shoot 2. Oh, Glisson bumping into everybody with a white jersey who comes near him. Can't say they look like friendly chest bumps. Bryson hit the floor hard, and Glisson, he'll go ahead and take a break early from this quarter. He's got 3 now. Referee didn't like it. He's going to have a talk with Glisson. And it's off camera, but just letting you know, Coach Marlett didn't care for that too much either. He's talking things over with Glisson. Bryson makes the first. 18-point game again for the Cardinals. Misses the second. Brown's there with the rebound. Garton driving. Pull-up jumper. And the Cardinals extend the lead, but not by much. Fort Supply with their best quarter in the third. We'll get your Cardinal cheerleaders and then give you some stats. Stats for the third quarter. Jet Huffman now has 9 to go with 2 steals. Nash Levens 1, 4 rebounds, 2 fouls, 2 steals, a block, and an assist. Carson Peters has 9, 3 rebounds, a foul, 4 steals, and an assist. Bryson Parker leading away with 13 points, 2 of those 3-pointers, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, 2 steals, and an assist. Austin Peters, no points, but a rebound, 2 fouls. Gunnar Post, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 fouls, and a steal. Salvarado's got an assist. And Jackson Leonard has 6 points, a rebound, 2 fouls, and a steal. Cardinals end up tying that quarter with the Bulldogs, 14-14. No, 14-12. They win the quarter. It was 31 to 15 at half. So Cardinals have won every quarter. Carson Peters goes for 3. Bounces around. Somebody's getting called for contact. Gunnar Post is going to get called for bopping one of the Bulldogs upside the head. You're waiting on a little bunny foo-foo joke. I know you are. You're not getting it. Starting the third quarter for the Cardinals. Bucket, by the way, for the Bulldogs. Starting the quarter for the Cardinals. You've got Bryson Parker, Carson Peters, Austin Peters, Jet Huffman, and Gunnar Post. Bryson's got it in the corner. Cardinals spreading it out a little bit here. Bryson inside to Gunnar. Gunnar puts up a little jumper. Oh, looked like it was in, but rims out. For the first time tonight, Carly Surveyor is in. He played a good chunk against the Cardinals in the first game. Right now, we almost have the repeat of the score from the last game. That game ended at 45-30. We're at 45-29 right now, but there's a long way to go yet. I pointed out in the pregame, Cardinals have averaged 60 points through the last 3 games. Carson Peters has the ball after the rebound. Carson out to Bryson. Bryson wide open for the jumper and drains it. 47-29. Cardinals have the lead back to 18. Garton in the front court. Puts up the shot. Tell you what, Garton tries really hard to be a one-man offense, but it's not enough to stay with the Cardinals. Bryson puts it up. It's deep. Miss off the back of the rim, but Gunnar Post is there. Rebound and put back is good. 49-29, Cardinals with a 20-point lead. And Coach Marlett is going to go ahead and bring in a whole different line of Bulldogs. Coach Biebermeyer is going to do the same. It looks like we got a little bit of a bending of the knee here, and we'll go ahead and play things out here with the down the bench. We'll see how the Cardinals' depth matches up with the Bulldogs. I have a feeling that there's a lot more scoring still to come. So on the floor right now, Saul Alvarado, Jet Huffman, Max Garza, Ryder Ireland, and Jackson Leonard. With a 20-point lead and only 29 points scored by the Bulldogs so far, looked like the right was on the wall. So kudos to Coach Marlett for calling it early. Didn't look like the Bulldogs really had the horses to be able to come back in this game, but that gives us a chance to see some down the bench depth. Garza's got it up top over to Alvarado. Alvarado in deep for Leonard. Leonard, turnaround jumper, drains it. Boy, that's a good-looking jumper. Jackson comes in, leans away just enough, but has enough strength to get a nice high arc on it. Nice weapon the Cardinal Jr. showing off there. Ball's tipped around. Max Garza comes away with the steal. Cardinals up 51-29. Huffman handling ball handling duties. Cardinals sixth man. Had to miss the early part of the season. Through December, he was having to sit on the bench, itching, waiting to come in. But had to get fitted for that brace after a little bit of an injury during football season. Alvarado's got the ball. Into the corner for Garza. Garza wide open for 3 and drains it. 54-29. Timeout. Coach Biebermeyer. Bring everybody over and talk things over for the Cardinals. White jerseys working on things. Doesn't matter who's on the floor. Everybody's playing hard. High standard expected of them. Cardinals so blessed this year. Already having fantastic instruction on the court with our coaches, Biebermeyer and Smaltz, with the men and ladies for the Cardinals. But then adding Coach Strain coming in as the new principal. Coach Strain having one of the most successful boys programs in the state over at Goodwell over the last decade. Just fresh off of a run all the way to the state tournament last year. And he's able to add his expertise, voice, and scouting experience to both these teams. Very blessed time for the Cardinals right now. And you can see it. Your Cardinals will be playing in the championship tomorrow. Their opponent yet to be determined in the late game. Mooreland will be facing off against the hometown Buffalo Bison. Ireland providing the defense. Cooks drives in deep. And Ireland helps just cut off that drive. Mason Nelson will come in. Jet Huffman looks to be done for the night. No seniors on the floor now for the Cardinals. Another three-point shot by Garza. 57-29. Cardinals knocking on the door of a 30-point win here. Ireland again challenges as Cooks comes in deep. Referee's not interested in seeing a bunch of free throws shot in the 30-point game. 27-31, high post to Ireland. Ball gets knocked away. Scramble for it. And Riley Cox has it. Scramble all the way down the floor. Jag Huffman will come in. Alvarado's probably done for the night. 3.5 left to go. Bulldogs get it in deep. Ireland and Leonard aren't going to give up anything easy down low, and the ball tips out of bounds. Last touch by the black jerseys. Leonard into Mason Nelson. Nelson will bring it up. He's on the floor with Jag Huffman, Max Garza, and Riley Leonard. And I think Ryder Island, did I say him? He's posting up at the high post right now. Garza kicks in the corner for Nelson. Nelson back over the top and over to Garza again. Into the corner for Jag Huffman. Huffman puts up a long three. It's a miss. Nelson's unable to get to it. And the Bulldogs come in transition, but a miss. Cardinal defense providing those shadow footsteps and causing miscues even on something like an easy layup. Jag Huffman puts up the running jumper from the high post. It doesn't find its mark, and here come the Bulldogs the other way. Cooks drives the entire length of the court, gets in deep. Cardinals aren't interested in fouling, and he's able to put in the shot. Garza's out on the wing. Garza's at a 6 points off the 2 3-pointers in this quarter. Nelson gets it to Garza. Garza hands off to Huffman in the corner. And Mason Nelson thinks about a really long three. Garza into Huffman. Leonard posts up. Little bit too late. Leonard had given up the post position, and ball ends up going to the defender. Scramble for the ball. Bulldogs are holding on to it for the moment. 2 minutes left to go on the clock. A little bit of chaos here as backups are challenging each other. Miss on the shot. Ryder Island's got the rebound. Mason Nelson into the front court. Ireland setting up at the high post. Garza's got it. Back to Mason Nelson it goes. Cardinals are mostly running clock here. I don't think there's too much of an offense here. You can see some little attempts at cutting, but it's a little bit more of just running clock. Garza's got it. Little fake out, and he'll go for another three. This one's off the mark. Ireland will tip it out, and it'll go off of Ireland. Coach Biebermeyer brings in the rest of the bench. Omar Parra, Angel Silva, and Caden Gillespie get their chance to come in. They got a chance to play yesterday in the Cardinals' big win over the Sharon Mutual Trojans, and so they get some more chance on the court. So everybody having the chance to contribute here in this Buffalo tournament as the Cardinals look to win the title for the second year in a row. Baseline shot for the Bulldogs, no good. Cardinals scrambling, trying to get to it, but Bulldogs maintain possession. Long three, misses everything, including the iron, and Jag Huffman is able to get the steal after the rebound by the Bulldogs. He looks deep for Parra in transition, but it's cut off by Cooks. Cooks driving, 4-on-2 opportunity for the Bulldogs. But the ball gets thrown out of bounds, and the Cardinals have it, and 40 seconds left on the clock to try and get another bucket. Cardinals have had 60 the last 3 games. They're just shy of that right now. Parra had the ball tipped. That's not a backcourt violation. Parra's got to get across the court, and does. Referees aren't going to call contact right now unless something's egregious. Oh, stolen pass. Cooks is able to jump it. Cardinal lead sits at 22. Cardinals will get across the timeline. That'll probably be it. 5 seconds left. Parra to Silva. Into the corner. Oh, Huffman's going to take a three. Are we going to get to 60? Oh, the Cardinals get 60 again. So the only drama left in the last moments is answered. Jag Huffman. No bad sportsmanship there, just some fun. That's why these guys play the game, but that means the Cardinals now have a 4-game streak of scoring 60. So Cardinals head over the sideline to welcome the Lady Cardinals onto the court. We'll welcome the Lady Cardinals onto the court. I'll give you your stats, and then I'll be able to give you just a little bit of pregame as we get ready to start the Mooreland game. Cardinals feeling good after the big win. All right, your stats from the game. Provided by Yanilette All Day All Geen joining the Turpin Live team for her first game today, as well as the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jet Huffman, 9 points. One of those is a 3-pointer to go with 2 steals. Nash Levens, 1 free throw point, 4 rebounds, 2 fouls, 2 steals, a block, and an assist. Carson Peters, 10 points. One of those a 3, one of those a free throw, 4 rebounds, a foul, 4 steals, and an assist. Bryson Parker, a game-leading 15 points, 2 3-pointers, and a free throw is a part of it. 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, 2 steals, and an assist. Austin Peters, 2 rebounds, 2 fouls. Gunnar Post, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 fouls, and 1 steal. Saul Alvarado off the bench with a steal and an assist. Max Garza, 2 3-pointers to give him 6 and a steal. Jag Huffman, the 3-pointer at the end of the game, a rebound and a steal. Jackson Leonard, 8 points, a rebound, 2 fouls, and a steal. And Ryder Island with 1 rebound. Cardinals led 17-9 after the first, extended the lead to 31-15 with a 14-6 quarter. Helping to open the game up. In the second half, they came out, played it much closer in the third quarter, and a 14-12 quarter with the Cardinals winning the quarter again to go 45-27 for their totals, and then finishing things off with a 15-8 final quarter to win big, 60-35. So Cardinals winning every one of the quarters. Cardinals put things together and do their job going into the finals of the Buffalo Tournament, the 62nd annual Buffalo Tournament, looking to defend their title as they won this tournament last year and hand off the baton to the Lady Cardinals, who are getting ready to start their game against the Mooreland Lady Tigers. We'll take just a brief moment, give me about 60 seconds, and we'll get some pregame for the Lady Cardinals against the Lady Cats from Mooreland. All right, Lady Cardinals are getting ready to take on the Mooreland Lady Cats for the 3rd time this season. Man, sometimes you just get one of those teams that you run into over and over. Last year, the Cardinals kept bouncing off of the Texoma Lady Red Devils. 2 losses in the regular season before the teams matched up in the playoffs and districts and then later in regionals. And it wasn't until the 4th time that the Cardinals were able to get the win, sending the Red Devils home for the season. This year, it's been the Mooreland Lady Cats that have been the fly in the ointment, the bug in the soup, the splinter in our shoe, the thorn in our flesh, so to speak, and they have been causing problems for the Cardinals. 2 losses this year against Mooreland. The first on their home court at Mooreland, a 48-32 loss for the Cardinals. 16 points. The Cardinals struggled in the first half, and then in the second half, the lead got opened up for Mooreland to win comfortably. In the next game was in the the Merit tournament, facing off on day one of that tournament. Cardinals opened up a 10-2 lead. Mooreland made some adjustments, went to their bigs, brought Riley Wyrick off the bench, the big post player. She came in about 6'2", and she was a difference maker, a spark off the bench. And Mooreland ended up winning that one 34-51. Mooreland is a big team. They will slow the game down. They will pound it on the inside. It's not that any one of their post players does that much damage on their own, but it's more of a team game where they cause the problems that have stymied the Lady Cardinals this year. Big rebounding advantage for Mooreland in most of their games. They average almost 40 points or 40 rebounds a game, which is considerable. Part of it is they may miss, but they're good at getting their own rebounds. Mooreland, their scoring totals read like this: 51-46, 40-48, 34-40, 28-25, 51-28, 34-51, 42. So not a high-scoring team. Your Lady Cardinals, the last 5 games alone, have scored at least 50. So 270 points scored just in the last 5 games for the Cardinals. They had the 60-point game against Tyrone. They had another couple of 50-point games earlier in the season as well. Now, Mooreland will slow it down. They're good at countering what we do well. The Cardinals' full-court defense can really cause problems for teams, and the transition game coming out of that. You saw it in evidence with the game yesterday as the Cardinals were able to run Winoka almost out of the gym. Lady Rails just could not stay up with what the Lady Cardinals could do, and likewise the Lady Cardinals offense was hitting well and led mostly. It doesn't show on the stat sheet, but the defense up top by the guards, Kemper Post and Jada McGowan, just getting deflections like crazy, knocking the ball around and causing issues. Cardinals had 3 players in double digits yesterday: Kemper Post, Emily Estes, who had a double-double, and Megan Weber. Jada McGowan had, I don't know, innumerable deflections. We don't count that on our stats, but what a game. We're out here ready for the game, though. Tip-off goes to Mooreland, out there for Mooreland. Sorry, first off for the Cardinals. You got Abby Buller, Kemper Post, Megan Weber, Emily Estes, and Jada McGowan. For the Lady Cats, you've got Vanzie, Clem, Scarborough, Blackard, and Howard. They brought Wyrick off the bench. I was curious to see if she'd play. She got dinged up in the Merit tournament, and I was unsure if she'd be playing this game. She is on the bench. Not sure if we'll see her. She was in uniform and out during warm-ups for the game, for the team. So Lady Cats have the tip. They've got the first possession. They look inside. Megan tips it away. Scramble for the ball. Clem comes away with it and puts the first bucket in. So Cardinals did everything right on defense but couldn't hold on to the ball, and in the scramble, Mooreland gets a second chance. They ended up with a couple extra chances on that one and tipped away in the full court. Mooreland has the steal. They've got an extra possession here. They got 2 extra chances on that first possession. They were able to finally score, and that's what this team will do. On offense, they're able to hold on to the ball and hold on to the ball and do a good job of getting it back. Cardinals have got to limit those possessions and take away second chances. Kemper overplays the steal, almost gets it away from Vanzie, but Vanzie recovers, and Cardinals are down 4-0. Megan breaks the press by herself, gets into the corner, into the middle of the defense. They kick it around. Buller's got it out on the wing. Mooreland's playing a zone. They won't provide pressure in the defense, but they do move well. Buller over the top, gets it to Weber. Weber's got it on the wing, back to Post. Back to Weber. Weber will take a long 2. It's off. Emily fights for position, gets the ball, puts it up, puts it in, gets the bucket, and draws the foul. Vanzie will get her first foul. One thing that can be said for sure is these two teams do know each other well after having spent 64 minutes playing against each other in 2 different tournaments. Emily makes the shot, and it's a 1-point game. Blackard's got it up top working against McGowan. Van Zee and Estes battle. Clem's got it up top. Cardinals staying in their man-to-man. Drive inside. A lot of contact, but no call. Megan Weber's got the rebound. She's fighting with Van Zee. Buller's got it now. A lot of contact. Referees are letting it play out. Looks a lot more like playoff basketball. Cardinals get it in the front court. Kemper post, takes off. Just want to point out, the referee who still hadn't crossed the timeline is the one making the call on that traveling call. So dribbling violation against the Cardinals. Clem's got it working against Weber. Now out to Blackard going against McGowan. Blackard looks for the edge, picks it up. Inside is Howard. Howard driving into the lane, drawing the foul. Hannah Howard will be shooting 2. Foul goes against McGowan, her first. Each team just has 1. Howard misses off the front of the rim. Howard makes the second, 5-3. Cardinals trail by 2. Mooreland likes playing that box and 1, and also known as the 2-2-1 press. Normally the way that you beat it is going to the middle. Cardinals are coming over the top right now, going back and forth between McGowan and post. Weber back to McGowan. Cardinals look like there's a little bit of nerves here, just watching body language. Post has it on the wing. Last time they played, Cardinals popped out to a 10-2 lead. Estes wide open. Van Zee reaches over the top. Contact is not called. And so Van Zee gets the block, takes it away from Estes. Mooreland in transition gets the bucket. 6-4 game. Buller to post. Kimber picks it up, gets it back to Abby. Abby into the middle to Megan. Megan in deep, looks for Estes. Estes is open on the low block. Mooreland is overextending just a little bit on this defense. And the Cardinals are finding some openings there, but the rhythm's off just a little bit. Buller's open on the baseline. They get it into her. Last year, these two teams played, and Buller, on the way to a tournament MVP award, carved through Mooreland. Just flat beat them up. Missed shot inside. Cardinals are scrambling along with the Lady Cats. And Coach Uribe is going to get a timeout called. Buller and Blackard were both holding on to it. Uribe's the first to pull the trigger on the timeout call, so he'll blow his first. Score has been adjusted. It's 7-3, not 6-4. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Cardinals back onto the floor. Cardinals are not going to set up in full court defense. And the first time they played, Cardinals fell back to a half court defense and played half court ball. McGowan strips the ball from Blackard. McGowan coming in hard, takes a lot of contact. Again, no call with the contact. Third or fourth time we've seen it. And Buller blocks the ball from behind on Van Zee. Takes it away, but Abby's out of bounds when she gets the ball. Oh, a lot of pushing inside. Case and Estes battling. Huge amount of contact. Case just swinging away down there. Cardinals come away with the ball. McGowan's got it. Referees are letting this go like playoff basketball right now, so you're going to see a lot more contact than normally, especially in a tournament like this where they've been calling a lot of touch fouls. Megan ends up throwing it getting rid of it, facing a lot of contact, looked for McGowan and wasn't careful with the pass. It's a little bit off target and it goes out of bounds. Estes and McGowan will go to the bench to get a break. In comes Strain and Peters for the first time. Clem working against Weber. Blackard and Strain going against each other. Now Howard, now back to Clem. They're looking inside, trying to get it to Case going against Buller. Blackard looking for an opening, drives inside. I'm not sure what Blackard was doing there. Throws it up off the glass. Buller gets the easy rebound. Strain in transition, over to post. Over to Buller now. And again, Moreland will set up in that 2-3. Strain and Blackard. Blackard stepping out to challenge. Post hits Buller in the high post. She gets it to Peters underneath. There's going to be a 3-second call. Buller tries to go up and gets fouled on the shot attempt. Buller was clearly shooting, but officiating's a little bit interesting here today. Cardinals have the ball underneath. Strain gets it, puts up a floater. It's a miss. Bounces around. Clem's got it. Transition opportunity here. Blackard will hold it up, though. Drive inside. Kick out. Blackard over on the edge for Vanzy. Vanzy back up top to Scarborough. Scarborough to Blackard. Scarborough cuts. Megan's with her. Vanzy now going with Peters. Going to do a double team into the corner for Scarborough. Scarborough baseline. Throws it to nobody in particular. And out of bounds, I think last touch by Abby. McGowan and Estes come back in. Post and Weber getting a break. Coach Schmaltz using the bench, already run the 7-man rotation. 4 of the 5 starters have already had a chance to get a break. And so far, Coach Uribe has not used the opportunity of his bench. We'll see if fatigue ends up playing a part here. Vanzy drives hard, right into Buller. And the call goes against Abby. We saw this yesterday when Oka players would just throw themselves into the lane. Last year against Mooreland, one of the things that really set the two teams apart was the driving ability of Abby Buller going into Mooreland's defense, cutting right through them and gaining a whole bunch of points. I don't have a point total for you, but that game, along with the other two, was enough to gain her all-tournament MVP honors. Shelby Moses last year joined her on the all-tournament team. This year at the Merit Tournament, Kemper Post made the all-tournament team after a great tournament. Good day yesterday for Post. She might be in line for those honors again. Free throw goes in, one of the two, and 5-point difference between the two teams, 8-3. Mooreland's extended out. Looks almost like a 1-3-1. Post hits Estes wide open. That'll be there in a 1-3-1 defense. Emily puts it in after the assist from Buller, and it's 8-5. Blackard to McGowan challenge. McGowan gets a deflection. Clem finds Case underneath. Buller's going to get called for another foul. Oh, it's on Peters. That's on Alyssa, not on Abby. Sorry. I misread the fingers, but the scoreboard tells no lies. Case misses the first. Sorry, that's Hannah Eilers, not Case. That's Eilers. Wyrick will come in. Wyrick was a big spark the last time we played. You can see Wyrick down there. Big brace on her knee, number 10. Second free throw bounces in. 9-5, 4 points the difference. Buller back to Strain. Peters, McGowan, Estes, and Buller on the floor for the Cardinals. McGowan to Strain. Buller flashes high. Into Estes on the baseline, back to Strain. Strain, kick out. McGowan wide open for 3. Bounces around. Fight for the rebound inside. Peters and Estes can't get to it again. The bigs for Mooreland. And that rebounding advantage so far is playing out again with what we see. Wyrick's got it, working against Peters. Wyrick not moving very well. Not a judgment of her, but she's kind of hopping along on one leg there. Cardinals have gotten used to seeing what a knee injury can do to a star player with Abby Buller playing -1 ACL. She'll go ahead and take a break, as will Alyssa Peters. Kemper Post comes back in with Megan Weber. So on the floor for the Cardinals. Strain, Post, McGowan, Estes, and Weber. McGowan's got the ball. Moreland extending the defense out a little bit. Kemper Post gets an opening and drains it. 9-8, Cardinals within 1. Scarborough bringing it down. Blackert's on the bench right now. Weber matching up with Wyrick. Wyrick comes across. Cardinals switching underneath. Matching up on defense. They're trying to get Wyrick free underneath. Estes going for the scrambles, trying to keep the ball in bounds. Big time hustle from Estes. Can't quite save it, but Mooreland will have to try again from way up the court. Anderson has come in. She throws it to Scarborough. Scarborough back to Anderson. Anderson looking underneath for Eilers. Weber tips the ball now for Wyrick. Wyrick hands it off to Scarborough. Scarborough, strain, overplays, almost gets it. Anderson drives in. Estes blocks the shot. Wyrick gets the rebound, but she's sanding out of bounds. Cardinals get it back. 1.6 seconds, not enough time to do anything. Cardinals will throw it in the quarter. So back and forth between the two teams. Mooreland jumps out to a little bit of a lead. Cardinals come charging back at the end of the quarter. We'll get your Cardinal cheerleaders on for you. And then come back with stats in just a moment. All right, your stat line for the first quarter, brought to you by the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jada McGowan's got a foul and a steal. Kemper Post, a three-pointer. Abby Buller, 2 rebounds, a foul, a block, and an assist. Alyssa Peters, a foul. Megan Weber, a rebound. Emily Estes with 5 points leading the way for the Cardinals. Nobody else on the stat line. Cardinals back and forth with Mooreland. Mooreland doing the job. So far the game's going the pacing that they want. A slowed down game, a half-court game. But the Cardinals hanging within 1. Estes matches up with the Blackard on the pick and roll. Strain going against Vanzie. Clem's got it outside. She'll shoot those threes. It rims out though, and Emily Estes is there for the rebound. Your Cardinals on the floor to start the second quarter. Weber, Strain, Estes, Post, and McGowan. McGowan wide open, goes for 3. She hit from downtown yesterday. She's taken her opportunity here. That one goes out of bounds, but it's last touched by the white jerseys, and Turpin will throw it in from the corner. Kemper Post passes into Strain. Estes setting up at the high post. Ball gets stolen from Strain. Scarborough takes it the length of the court. Miscue by the Cardinals turns into a quick 2 points and a 3-point difference now between the two teams. McGowan at the double team. Mooreland extending the defense here. Strain with the opportunity. Vanzie turns her. And it's back up top to McGowan. Reset. Mooreland getting more aggressive here on defense. Weber will put up the long shot. It was a long 2. McGowan fights for the rebound with Estes. Can't get it. Blackard's got it. Mooreland they're just tremendous on defensive rebounds. Make it very difficult on the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to have to work really hard to get that ball. And work they do on defense. Deflected ball from Emily Estes is a steal going to Macy Strain. Strain to Post. Post into the double team, back up top to Strain. Strain drives in, looks for Estes, but it's tipped away by Blackard. Scrambling by both teams, McGowan with another tip, and it's in deep to Scarborough. Kemper challenges, Kemper reaches, gets Scarborough on the arm, and that'll be the first foul of the quarter. Buller and Peters will come in. McGowan and Strain to the bench. Coach Smaltz running a 7-man rotation here. 2 in, 2 out. Irregular intervals. keeping everybody fresh, trying to push pace when possible. Scarborough inside, puts it up, miss. Megan Weber's got the rebound. Post comes the other way, to Megan it goes. Megan drives in deep, draws the contact on Blackard. Driving in against this 2-3 is a recipe that can show success. Megan might be the one to take advantage of it. Last year that was Abby Buller's role, but her mobility is a little bit more limited now with that big brace on the knee and one less ACL ligament. Megan, though, draws the contact, goes to the line, gets the chance to shoot two, and makes the first. Two teams are separated by just one. Who is the foul on? Foul was on Blackard, that's right. Misses the second one, but Megan tracks down the rebound. Hustle play there. Post going for a quick three, hits it. Cardinals have the lead, 12-11. This is the latest in the game. The Lady Cardinals have led against the Lady Cats. Hopefully things are changing here in the hat trick match. Buller with the block shot. Rebound by Post. Blackard is coming up hobbling. Something went wrong for the guard for the Lady Cats. Scramble. Van Zee steps in front of a pass intended for Buller. Little bit of chaos on the court. Blackard's going to try to stay in. Nope, Henderson's going to come in. Blackard will have to take a seat. Looks like an ankle. Buller throws it in, hits Post. Post to Weber. Weber drives in again. Gets tipped, but Buller's got it after a save by Peters. Baseline for Weber. Weber gets contact. A lot of contact. Moreland getting called a little bit differently than the Cardinals here. Peters out to Post. Post goes for another three. It bounces around, and it's off, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the white jerseys. And a foul on Van Zee. Second one on Moreland. Again, we're seeing a game that looks a lot more like playoff basketball here. Maybe a preview of a potential districts or regionals matchup. These two teams in their third matchup on the year. Next week, they'll play on Thursday in Enid as part of the Squirtle Festival. And then you never know how the Class A district playoffs will match up. Or for that matter, how regionals will play out. These are two teams that are built for the long haul. Cardinals have gone to area the last 2 years. Moreland really extending that defense out on top with their guard play. Buller gets the ball, but it's bounced around. Got past to her knee brace, but that won't catch it. And Howard gets an easy bucket going all the way to the other end. Coach Schmaltz will talk things over. Cardinals are going to have to do a better job of passing than that. Can't take advantage of opportunities unless your passes are on point. Coach Schmaltz will take a timeout, talk things over with the Lady Cardinals. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Cardinals have the ball after the transition bucket. Cardinals held the lead for a short time. Gave it up on the turnover in transition. Cardinals will keep the same five on the floor. It's Buller and Weber, Post, Estes, and Peters right now. Cardinals almost get another pass tipped away. Moreland's gone to a 1-3-1. With their size, it makes sense to try something like that. Travel. Hate that call. That's not the way it's supposed to work out. But two Moreland players both come down with the ball. Anderson ends up falling. Van Zee is now struggling. Blackard had to come off a moment ago. Now Van Zee looks like she might have tweaked an ankle. Buller on the outside, out to Peters. Moreland playing that zone. They're sending it all the way out now. Pushing the Cardinals offense far up above the three-point line. Post takes a gap, drives inside, then out to Weber. Cardinals got to figure out what to do here. They're working Estes down low. Estes, oh my word. Wyrick swings at it, knocks the ball away from Estes on the shot. Peters scrambles trying to get to the loose ball. She'll get called for the foul. Clem is going to come in. Van Zyl will go to the bench, really struggling. And McGowan will come in as Peters will go to the bench. They showed on the scoreboard as her first, but I think that's Alyssa's second foul. Clem gets a drive and an illegal screen. Are they going to call it? Oh my word, Clem shoved a Cardinal player right out of the way of the play, and instead they're calling the Cardinal player, Emily Estes, for the foul. Clem puts in the first bucket, 14-12 now. Clem puts it up and in. 15-12, 3-point lead for the Lady Cats. This game's turning into a grind. Hopefully not a war of attrition, but so far 2 Lady Cats have had to go to the bench because of injury. Estes in deep, gets the ball to fall. Cardinals challenge in deep. So far things are going well when they do that. And Emily will get the chance to add to the bucket with an and one opportunity and potentially tie the game. Emily misses it. McGowan scrambles but can't get to it. Clem has the rebound. Howard shuffles her feet, but no travel call. Out on the edge for Clem. Clem likes the three-point shot. This one's a miss, though, and Scarborough throws it back in, but it's a steal by Estes. Weber matched up by Clem and then kicks it to Post. Post picks it up in a double team out to Weber. Weber on the wing, cross the way to McGowan. McGowan picks it up. And again, Mooreland extending the top of that zone. High post is there. Cardinals doing a lot of passing around the outside. A lot of times with a zone like this, she'll try to defeat it with cutting. Yesterday against the zone from Winoka, the Cardinals used screens. This time backside wide open, three-point shot, up and in off the glass. Abby Buller gives it a kiss and puts in 3 points, and the Cardinals have a 2-point lead. Not sure if she called it, but the points count anyway. And quick possession the other way. Cardinals force the miss. McGowan's there for the rebound. Emily Estes picks it up at the high post. Cardinals kick it back out, reset. Last time Cardinals worked it around before eventually having Buller wide open on the backside. They'll try it again, but this time it's McGowan setting up for 3, going for downtown. It's off the front of the rim and out of bounds. Blackard's recovered. She'll come back in. Anderson will go to the bench. Blackard doesn't score a lot of points, but the junior runs the offense a lot. Oh, McGowan reaches for it. Yesterday, she was getting those calls against Winoka, but this is a different team and a whole different set of refs. McGowan getting deflections left and right as the Cardinals got used to playing on this Buffalo court and knocking the ball away. Today, the touch fouls are being called on the black jerseys. Wyrick will come out. Van Zyl come in. Van Zyl working against Estes, spin move right into a double team, and Megan Weber's there. A lot of contact again. Scarborough takes Weber's legs out from under, but no call. There is no way that's not a foul. It doesn't matter if it's on purpose or not. It is called a foul. Instead, a jump ball is the call. Again, the disparity in the way the whistles are blown. McGowan barely touches Blackard. There, McGowan gets hit in the face and no call. Buller's got it up top, over to McGowan. Buller over to Post. Inside to Estes, wide open. Contact on the back by Clem. Estes puts it in. Cardinals lead by 4. Cardinals adjusting to the physicality here, taking the lead. And they're going to call McGowan on the block out of Blackard. McGowan blocking out way beyond the three-point line. Blackard goes down, and she'll get to shoot 3 free throws. That is now the 3rd foul on McGowan. That is huge. McGowan misses the first. Blackard makes the second. 19-16, Cardinals with the lead. McGowan will come out, Strain will come in. On the floor for the Cardinals. Weber and Estes, Post, Strain, and Bullard. Again, I'm going to keep on highlighting it for as long as it's happening this way of what kind of contact is leading to the whistle. Blackard makes 2 out of 3. Cardinals set up here, going against the 2-2-1 press. Handoff from Strain to Post. Post working it up the floor. Handoff to Strain. Strain into the corner. And the contact will be called. So touch foul being called the other way. That's the 5th foul. Strain will get to shoot 2. We've been talking about it all year long. Remember, in Oklahoma, we now go with the 5 foul rule per quarter. At the 5th foul, the fouled player will get the chance to shoot 2 fouls on everything but an offensive foul against the other team. So Macy Strain, after drawing contact, gets to shoot 2. She makes the first, and the Cardinals hold the 20-17 lead. Strain makes both. Cardinals with a 4-point lead again. Blackard's got the ball. Gets it up the floor quick to Howard. Over to Vanzie. Vanzie mishandles it, but she still got it. Vanzie gets an opening, drives inside, puts the layup off the rim. It's bounced around. Contact's not called. But the tip out goes off the white jerseys, and the Cardinals will throw it in. Strain's got it in the corner, back to Bullard. Bullard to Post. Kemper splits right through the middle of the defense and back to Strain. Cardinals with 68 seconds left to go in the first half with a 4-point lead. Strain's got an opening, draws the double team, kick out to Kemper Post. Post tries to hit Abby at the high post. Abby wasn't cutting, she was getting into position, and the ball is lost. Transition bucket the other way for the Cardinals. Miscue. Bullard's got it. Bullard's not going to try for a foot race here with Scarborough. But Post might. Post into Estes. Estes gets knocked down. She'll get to shoot 2. That's on Blackard. That's her second. Eilers will come in. So Mooreland goes big with Howard coming out, with Eiler coming back in. Estes hits the second, 3-point lead again for the Cardinals. 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Blackard's got the ball. Eiler sets the screen up top. Blackard rolls in, puts it off the glass hard. Post has the rebound. Cardinals have numbers if Coast can get it down. Clem's going to get called for a foul, and that's what will happen when you bump your big frame into Kemper Post. Kemper will get to shoot 2. If Kemper could have gotten free long enough, she had 2 players down court looking for the ball. Kemper makes the first, and it's a 4-point lead again for the Cardinals. Kemper makes both. Biggest lead of the lead for the game. Again with the contact, Weber gets knocked down. Just coming out of the setup for the free throw. Over on the edge it goes to Clem. Clem drives inside. Man, a lot of contact inside. Bullard takes a big bump from Eilers on that one. And Post comes the whole way down, loses the ball. Van Zee drives in, puts it off the glass. Scarborough trying for it. Weber's got the rebound. And the Cardinals had the 5-point lead for just a moment, but end the half with a 3-point lead. Stats from the first half, courtesy of the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jaden McGowan, 3 fouls, 2 steals. Kemper Post, 8 points, 2 of them 3-point goals, 2 rebounds and a foul. Abby Buller, a 3-pointer, 2 rebounds, a foul, 2 blocks and an assist. Alyssa Peters, 2 fouls. Macy Strain, 1 steal to go with her 2 free throws. Megan Weber, 1 free throw and 4 rebounds. Emily Estes cleaning up on the glass as well as 2 free throws to give her 10 points, leading the way for the Cardinals. A rebound, a foul, and a steal rounded out for Emily Estes. The Cardinals came out and trailed at the end of first 8-9, but a big second quarter, beating Mooreland for that quarter 16-11. No, sorry, 16-12. And that giving the Cardinals the 24-21 lead. So Cardinals working hard to try and get this matchup with the Mooreland Lady Cats evened up. Mooreland won the first 2, as we've talked about many times. This time around, the Cardinals start out slow, get the lead, and go into half at one point with a 5-point lead. These two teams battling back and forth. Unclear if it's the kind of game where the Cardinals can pull away, but the way they've been scoring before this game shows that the potential is there. However, the Cardinals have been playing a lot of full court defense against other teams. Mooreland has shown the ability with their ball possession and control and the way they run the floor that it's taken away that advantage that the Cardinals usually have in the full court defense. Either way, Cardinals with a 3-point lead going to half. A thing to watch out for, Mooreland has been very good in the third quarters. In both the games that we played earlier, the Mooreland Lady Cats came out in the third quarter and were able to establish a more dominant lead. In December when the two teams played, it was 15-22 at half. But when we came out after the third quarter, it stood as a 36-25 game. So Mooreland extending the lead there in the third quarter with a good third quarter coming out after half. And then most recently at Merritt, when the two teams played a couple of weeks ago, it was 13-27 after a really rough second quarter for the Lady Cardinals. They played the third quarter better, but not as good as the Lady Cats. And Lady Cats were able to win a 10-12 quarter against the Lady Cardinals. So Lady Cardinals played well in the first half. Hopefully they've beaten up the jinxes. They've managed to kiss the lucky horseshoes. They got rabbit's feet in their pocket or whatever it is. But hopefully the streak is broken. Lady Cardinals can hold on here. The winner of the game will get to play in the championship tomorrow. Lady Cardinals won this tournament last year. Put 2 players on the all-tournament team. Abby Buller, the MVP of the entire tournament. One of the games that established that cred was against these Mooreland Lady Cats, as Abby was able to knife through them at will, driving to the hole and finishing, getting a lot of points. But the winner of the game will play against the Canton Lady Tigers. Canton earlier today played just a fantastic game against Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Fargo Gage Fort Supply facing off against the highly ranked Canton Lady Tigers, I think number 11 in the coaches poll in Oklahoma in Class A. Canton came out slow, and that was because of the Bulldogs from Fargo Gage Fort Supply. They had a lead of 14-9 right before half. Canton hit a 3-pointer as a buzzer beater right before going into the locker room to make it 12-14. Came out with a huge third quarter, and Fargo Gage Fort Supply got down by quite a bit, almost 10, but then fought back and was able to finish only 3 points behind Canton. So Fargo Gage Fort Supply plays in the third place game tomorrow in the early game, and Canton Lady Tigers will be playing in the championship against the winner of this game. We'll take a quick break, grab your drink, grab your snack, hit the bathroom if you need to, get ready. We've got a good one going here with the Lady Cats from Mooreland as the Lady Cardinals look to break the streak, holding on to a 3-point lead at the half. See you in a few.
For participating. Bring your stuff down here, girls.
Anyways, we get ready to talk second half. In the pregame, I talked about the history between the two teams, but I haven't talked about Mooreland as an opponent and what they've done this year. Mooreland, in case you're wondering, does have a worse record than the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals are the higher seed in this tournament. But if you look at records, what you will find is that Mooreland's losses are all to good teams. They lost to number 8 Canute. They lost to number 15 Texoma. They lost to number 1 Sealing. They lost to Hooker, who wasn't ranked at the time, but Hooker was ranked to start the year. They lost to Merritt, who's ranked in 2A. They lost to Canute again. And that's the 6 losses for these Mooreland Bearcats. So it may be losses, but they are quality. First possession goes awry for the Lady Cats. Cardinals get the ball back. They work it up the court against the full court press again. Buller's got it on the wing. Cardinals have it in the half court. Your starters for the second half are the starters. No, they're not the starters. You've got Peters in for McGowan. Long pass from Weber back to post at the point. That won't work. Good opponent like Mooreland will take advantage of that. That's exactly what happens. And a transition bucket from Mooreland makes it a 1-point game. Post to Weber. A lot of contact, but they're going to call the ball out of bounds. Into the corner for Alyssa Peters. On the floor for the Cardinals. The start in the second half. Again, a lot of contact. Blackard's shaken up. He was right in the face of Alyssa Peters. Peters goes to pass it, and a lot of contact with Blackard's face. Meg Kemper post with a 3-point shot. Cardinals with the 4-point lead again. Blackard is shook up. She's going to have to take a timeout. They're calling it an elbow on Alyssa Peters, but Alyssa had the ball and was trying to pass. So Blackard will have to come out. On the floor for the Cardinals, Alyssa Peters, Abby Buller, Megan Weber, Emily Estes, and Kimber Post. On the floor for the Lady Cats, you've got Eilers, Scarborough, Clem, who's taking that long shot. Clem nails it. Clem loves that outside shot. One of the biggest players on the floor, but she likes to get outside. Kemper's got it. Kemper in a lot of contact. Alyssa Peters able to save it. Cardinals almost had a miscue there. Mooreland really extending that 2-3 zone. We've talked about that a bunch. Weber's got it. Sorry, on the floor for the white jerseys. Clem, Eilers, Scarborough, Howard. Pass for Estes is off the fingertips. Lost ball. And Mooreland coming the other way. Van Zee is also in. She goes underneath. And Estes will tip it out of bounds. I mentioned that this looks a lot like playoff basketball, the amount of contact that you'll get. Only problem is the inconsistency. At one moment, it's a touch foul. Next up, you've got somebody getting elbowed in the head. Shots missed. Peters tips it out to Buller. Buller will bring it up. Kemper's setting up in the corner. Buller will hit her. Oh, no, Buller went down. She stepped into the pass to get it, and that's an official timeout. At this point, most people know that Abby's playing with only one ACL, and that's just a part of the deal. It's hard to watch. The senior player who came in ranked in the top 40 in the entire state, top 10 small forward in the state, had college aspirations before the heart condition that popped up last spring. And then right before Thanksgiving, in a scrimmage against Forgan, pop goes the ACL, and Abby wearing the brace but playing through her senior season. And about every other game, Abby has something happen again with the contact. This time it'll be called. Referees might be a little more sensitive here. 2 players having gone to the bench with injury. Abby's unforced and no contact related to it. Abby did go out briefly in the Winoka game yesterday. 5-second call. Boy, that was a quick 5. Buller came out in the Winoka game, but afterwards said if needed, she could go again, but we'll see how she's doing today. Scarborough bringing the ball down. Cardinals staying in their man-to-man. Wyrick has come in. Weber goes for the block on Wyrick. Wyrick's awfully tall. Weber's going to get called for the contact, and Wyrick will go to the line shooting 2. Wyrick maces the first, and it's a tie game. Wyrick misses the second, scramble for the ball. Eilers has it. Outside, Scarborough's wide open. It's a miss. And again, a scramble. Kemper and Wyrick going for it. So much contact. Wyrick was just riding Kemper. All Kemper needed was a saddle to complete the picture. But no call for the contact. Ball goes out of bounds. It was a fight for a loose ball. Nice cut. Estes finds McGowan. McGowan doesn't hit the layup, though. Scarborough's got it coming the other way. Scarborough deep to Eilers. Eilers picks it up. Peters interface. Around they go to Van Zee. Van Zee for an open 3. It's off hard. Fighting Peters and Eilers. Eilers has it, takes a bunch of dribbles. Wyrick using the long reach, gets it, and I think Estes is going to get called for a foul. A little bit of chaos on the court right now, including some innovative dribbling techniques by Eilers, usually called a double dribble, but in this case, we kept the show going. Who took the timeout? You can see it, I'll highlight it so that you know, because I know a lot of you share concern and share comments about it. Buller is back. She went to the bathroom or the locker room to regain composure, maybe take an ibuprofen, throw some ice on it, possibly shed a tear, maybe punch a mirror, I don't know. But she is back out there, she's on the bench. I can tell you right now, I don't have to read lips. I don't have to mind read. I know exactly what Abby said when she walked up to Coach Smalls. She said I can go back in if needed. Bringing in a foul called. Eilers has been throwing her body around down there, and she's going to get called for the contact. That was one of those whistles that's sending a message, and one of the referees apparently has had enough. So Eilers gets called for the foul. That's the second foul of the quarter for Mooreland. On the floor for the Cardinals, Peters goes down hard, and a jump ball. Peters gets pushed down. Neither fan base is happy right now. Cardinals want a foul. Mooreland thinks it's a clean steal. So everybody's unhappy with the whistles right now. On the floor for the Cardinals in the black jerseys, you got Weber, Peters, Post, Estes, and McGowan. Weber's got it. Scarborough and Van Zee up top, and Weber's pass picked off by Van Zee. Into Wyrick deep. Wyrick turns around and hits the jumper. Mooreland regains the lead. Peters back to McGowan. McGowan splits the double team. Into the corner, and the ball is tipped. Megan was going to catch it, realize it had been touched, but it's a little bit too late. She'd already touched the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Cardinals have to regroup here. Mooreland's regained the lead. Ever since Abby Buller went out with the knee flare-up, the re-aggravation of the injury, Cardinals have looked a little bit shaken. Eilers gets a lot of contact inside. Mooreland fans really unhappy about it. And Eilers comes back the other way, steals the ball, gets it back for the Lady Cats, and Van Zee's left wide open in transition. Misses the bucket though, and Estes gets it, and Van Zee makes up for it, compounding the error with a foul on Estes on the rebound. I think that's 3 on Van Zee. That is 3 on Van Zee. Anderson will come in. Anderson, more of a defensive player. She'll drive occasionally. Blackard and Scarborough up top. Mooreland will get back into the 2-2-1 zone. McGowan's got it in the corner. At 2-2-1, the way they play it, they'll really collapse. Cardinals take advantage of it. Kemper post is open. Goes inside, draws the contact on Wyrick. Wyrick had reached all the way over Kemper. Mooreland doesn't like it, but you're supposed to stay straight up. Wyrick doesn't do it. And the referee calls the whistle on Wyrick. Doesn't matter if she's a head taller. You've still got to use proper fundamentals and technique. That's the first foul on Riley Wyrick. 4 fouls on Mooreland. Cardinals will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Kemper post makes the first of 2. Buller's coming back in. That's the first time this year that she's come out after a re-aggravation of the knee injury. Those of you unfamiliar with the ACL injury, once it's gone, the knee stability is also compromised. It's what the brace is for, but the knee can still give out seemingly arbitrarily. Buller's in, facing up with Wyrick. The 2 seniors with the knee injuries going against each other. Wyrick's able to get rid of the ball. Blackard's out on the wing. Blackard picks it back up and will regain the point position and regain the offense stability itself. Clem on the outside looking inside for Wyrick. Wyrick goes up. Buller alters the shot. A scrum inside. Players hitting the court. Referee inside. I think he's a little unsure what to do. Wyrick ends up with it, and she's got a head over strain. She's able to put it in cleanly. It's just turned into a scramble inside there. Again, I'll point it out, it's a lot like playoff basketball, folks. We've seen it the last 2 years with going to area. There's a little bit of toughness that goes into playing in girls basketball in Oklahoma as you get deep. Oh my word, Emily Estes flashes across the lane. McGowan hits her. Anderson runs right into Emily, knocks her down. 2 more players hit the floor, and Anderson draws the foul. Estes will get to shoot 2. Cardinals have the bonus, and again with a lot of physicality in the game. Estes puts up the first shot hard off the back of the rim. These 2 teams also have to face off with the challenge of controlling their emotion as this game goes on. Simple thing like hitting 2 free throws after getting knocked down like that can be very difficult to do. Your anger's rising, your emotion, the hurt of the bruises that you might have faced. Wyrick goes inside, Estes goes for the block. Wyrick got position and they hit her for the lob. Cardinals have to do a good job of coming across the way if Mooreland's going to go to that lob pass. I told you Wyrick the first time around ended up being a big spark off the bench. She's helping do the same here. She's got 3 points here in the last couple of possessions. She's become a focal point of Mooreland's offense. And she and Eilers are throwing their weight around proverbially down there in the post. Peters has come in as well. Weber scrambles for the rebound, but Strain comes away from it. On the floor, Buller, Strain, Peters, McGowan, and Weber. Post and Estes take a break. Peters gets pushed down by Wyrick, no call. Buller wide open. Back to Buller. And Weber's pass to McGowan gets tipped by Blackard. Blackard will get called for a travel. Ref underneath, 3 feet away from her, won't make the call, but the referee from 50 feet away will. Either way, it's a turnover against Mooreland. Not sure, maybe the beard got in the way of the whistle for a moment. 90 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Cardinals entered the third quarter with the lead. Strong quarter by Mooreland. Abby Buller going down with the injury. A lot of contact and physical play, and before it's all said and done, the Lady Cats have regained the lead. Peters goes up, contact on it. Buller scrambles for the ball with Anderson. Somebody's going to get called for the foul. Oh, not a foul. It just got tipped out. Not sure how. Oh, she stepped on the line. Strain goes for three. It's a miss. Anderson's there underneath her to get the rebound. Blackard's got the ball. 64 seconds left in the third quarter. Wyrick flashes across. Buller's matching up with Eilers, now switches back to Wyrick. They're screening with Wyrick, trying to free her up. Get it inside to Eilers. Buller matching up with Eilers. Referee calls the foul from behind. Buller had got the ball cleanly, but we'll see if he calls the push. No, he's calling the hand. Camera doesn't lie, and he was behind the play, but he's calling the contact on the arm, which wasn't there. Forgive my bias, but I can do it on the Turpin broadcast. So Eilers gets to shoot two. Buller picks up her second foul. Eilers puts up the second one. It's a miss. Wyrick goes over the top. That contact will be enough for a foul. And we'll get somebody shooting. I think it'll be McGowan. So Buller may not have got the block call against Eilers, but it functioned the same. Eilers missing both free throws. Mooreland picks up another foul. McGowan misses the first free throw. How many is that on Wyrick? Wyrick, number 10. 2 fouls on Wyrick. She'll stay in. Again, they're running a lot of screens, trying to free people up inside. Eilers looking inside for Wyrick. Blackard up top. Now to Scarborough, over to Anderson. It's pretty clear they're trying to play a two-man game, getting it in low. They get it to Eilers. Fight for the ball. What are we calling here? There's no way to know. Peters is getting called for a push. Okay. Gotta put Eilers at the line. That's 2 on Alyssa. Eilers missed both a minute ago. Weber trying to come in. Referees are having a hard time today. Subs are standing right behind the referee here at the scoring table and took somebody from across the court to get his attention. Miss, fight for the ball. Everything's turned into a fight today. Cardinals come away with it. Strain's got the ball. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Into Kemper post. Strain setting up. She'll go for that three. Strain trying to make it rain. It's a miss. And ends up in the hands of Maddie Marshall, who'd just come in. Cardinals lost the lead. I highlighted it for you to warn you. Lady Cats are strong in the third quarter. Buller going down with the injury was a hard pill, but she did come back in. We'll see how she can handle things. She was able to return to the game. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders, and I'll give you some stats. All right, McGowan's got a rebound, 3 fouls, 3 steals. Kemper Post, 13 points leading the way for the Cardinals. 2 rebounds and a foul. Abby Buller, a 3 rebounds, 2 fouls, 2 blocks and an assist. Alyssa Peters, 3 fouls. Macy Strain, 2 free throws, a rebound and a steal. Megan Weber, 1 point on a free throw, 4 rebounds and a foul. Emily Estes, 10 points. Mostly cleaning the glass, along with 2 free throws, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, and a steal. Cardinals struggled at the free throw line in the Mooreland tournament when they played earlier this year, and with picking up the fouls, one of the ways to get some points back is with those whistles. The Cardinals had some opportunities in the quarter, but not doing very well from the free throw line. In fact, for the entire game, the Cardinals have only made 9 free throws. A lot of opportunities, a lot of fouls being called. Cardinals got to take those opportunities when they get them. Coming onto the floor to start the fourth quarter, down by 3 points after leading by 3 points to start the second half. You've got Buller, Post, McGowan, Weber, and Strain. Can the Cardinals come back again? They've been down several times in the game. Wyrick is out there. Wyrick and Eilers. Mooreland went big in the third quarter, and it paid off as they were able to build the lead. Eilers and Wyrick throwing themselves around, getting into pushing matches down in the paint, and the referee's allowing it. Eilers throwing herself into Buller. They go in a lob to Wyrick. Wyrick throws it completely over the bucket. Post is able to come in. Cardinals fronted Wyrick. Wyrick didn't have anything to go up and over them. Weber comes inside. Ball gets tipped away from her. Megan struggling with the contact. Kemper Post takes the ball away. Saves it to Strain, but Kemper's going to get called for the travel. Emily Estes will come in. Strain will come out. So the original starters on the floor for the Cardinals. Turnover puts the ball right underneath the bucket for Mooreland. Van Zee will throw it in. She's out there with Blackard, Wyrick, Eiler, and Clem. Really big lineup for the Lady Cats. Clem goes back door. Megan lost track of her, and she's able to go deep, get into the hole, get get the bucket, and it's a 5-point lead now. Weber working against Clem, across the court to Estes. Estes drives in, kick out. Megan wide open for 3, bounces around, it's off the front of the rim. Eilers battling with Estes, and she'll walk. Estes was right in her face, didn't swing, didn't push, and Eilers tries to push through Estes, ends up taking an extra step. So, Cardinals now, after a turnover in the bucket, mirror image of what happened a moment ago. Throw into Buller in the corner. Blackard swings and hits Kemper, but no call. Oh, straight push. Blackard just 2-hand pushes Kemper over the timeline. Just flat 2 hands right to her hip. Referees haven't been calling it tight, and this is the result. Now you got 2 teams that are a little bit bent out of shape going at each other. They've seen each other plenty this year, and so the contact's becoming just a little bit more. Fight inside, Peters has it, a lot of contact. Somebody's getting called for the push. Cardinals are gonna get to shoot free throws. It's going against Mooreland. It's gonna go against Wyrick. I think that's her 3rd. Tell you what, Blackard's foul might be one of those moments where the referees see something out of a team. It may be a simple thing, but occasionally you'll see it with referees where they'll get an impression of a team and things can change, and plays that might have been given grace before suddenly have implied motive. Big shots made there. The Cardinals pull back within 4. 30-34. They trail the Lady Cats. Estes and Wyrick battling it out. They're trying to get it to Eilers inside. Eilers has it. Kick out to Blackard. Blackard doesn't really want to shoot it if she doesn't have to. McGowan's been keeping her shut down on the game. She goes in deep to Wyrick. Estes swings. If she'd just gone position with Wyrick and stayed in her face, not sure what would have happened. But instead, Estes swings, gets her 4th foul. So she'll have to play careful from here on out. She's got it right now behind Eilers. Long shot from Van Zee all the way over the bucket. Blackard working with McGowan here. Again, they run the screens. Wyrick and Eilers trying to free up. Pass goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was touched by Buller. Referee was right there to see it more clearly than us. And Coach Uribe will take a timeout. What's that? Is that his 3rd? That's his 2nd. He's got 3 left. How many do we have? All right, the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg confirming each team has 3 timeouts. 4-point game, 6 minutes left. Get ready for playoff basketball. We're several weeks early, but that's exactly what this looks like. Lady Cardinals in a battle. Coach Schmaltz talking things over. Coach Uribe, the one who takes the timeout. Each team has 3 for the last 6 minutes if needed. This game could come down to a couple of big plays. Cardinals have it in them to take a couple of point bursts. The problem has been ball control, holding on to it. When the Cardinals play tight defense, a lot of times they've been able to help force the Lady Cats into their turnovers. Wyrick with a beautiful play. Gets it right in the middle of the lane, kisses it off the glass and in. The senior giving a 6-point lead to the Lady Cats. McGowan, nicely done. Baseline jumper for Estes. She misses it, but outside to Buller. Buller drive and kick. Post wide open. It's off. Estes fights inside. Can't get the ball. It's going to be out on Emily. She and Blackard collide. Blackard goes down hard again. And again, the referee's allowing the collisions and not blowing the whistle. Eilers will come out. Wyrick will come out. Lady Cats will go to a much smaller lineup. Right now, Clem, the biggest on the floor for them. And it looks like they're going to more of a 5-out instead of going with the posts banging back and forth. Scarborough should have been a double dribble there, but the referees aren't interested in that call. Van Zee kick out. Clem loves that 3. Bounces out. Van Zee is there. Ties up with Peters. It's on the floor. Alyssa wasn't going to let her get the shot off. Van Zee throws it up, but they're going to say that wasn't a shot. That is now 4 on Alyssa. Let me see theirs. I want to see foul trouble. All right, here's the state of the fouls. For Mooreland, Howard's got 3. Blackard's got 3. Wyrick's got 3. Van Zee has 3. Nobody else has more than 1. For the Cardinals, McGowan has 3. Kemper has 1. Buller has 2. Alyssa has 4. Emily has 4. Megan has 1. Macy has 0. As it comes down on the play, the guards are in good shape. They have fouls to give. The post players, other than Abby, have been getting tied up, which makes sense. Mooreland loves to play big. It's not that their size is so much, it's more a style of play issue. Megan's taller than several of the post players for Mooreland, but Megan rebounds in the post but doesn't play post offense. So you can see that kind of difference illustrated there. For Mooreland, Eilers loves to come inside and bang. Wyrick can't bang as much, but she's doing a good job playing savvy, even though she's playing on one leg like Buller. They can bring Case off the bench if needed, and Case can throw herself around in there as well. And then the Mooreland guards can play around on the outside. Clem can bounce inside and outside as needed. But it's been more with driving when necessary and shooting 3s. Scarborough drives, gets an open shot, gets it to fall. Mooreland's got an 8-point lead. Mooreland in position to potentially pull away. Kemper post splits the defense, finds Buller. Buller gets pushed and no call. Buller putting up a bump shot, 2 hands in the back, no call. Buller misses the shot. They still give the ball back to the Cardinals, but not sure what else you got to do. 2 hands literally pushing Abby off her feet as she's shooting it. Cardinals reset the offense. Buller's down underneath. They're starting to run some cutters. Popping Alyssa out. Double team up top. Post tries to get it inside to Buller. Alyssa could pick up her 5th here. Alyssa's going to be out of the game. Alyssa challenged Van Zee on the shot. Alyssa's done for the night. Oh, that's just 4 on Alyssa. Nope, that is 5 on Alyssa. Scoreboard's wrong. So Megan will come back in. Megan's looked a little bit shaken up at times from the contact from Mooreland. But it could be a great time for the junior to go off. Van Zee hits a big shot, makes it a 9-point lead. It's been a little bit of a battle of attrition here. These two teams working on each other. A lot of players have gone down hard. People having to pick themselves up off the floor. The way the game has been called, a lot of contact has been allowed. 40-30. Mooreland with a double-digit lead for the first time in the game. Kemper again with the contact, but you never know what's going to get called and what's not. Never going to know what's going to get called or not. Megan has 3 people on her reaching and grabbing. No foul, even though there's a lot of contact. And Megan throws it out of bounds. Van Zee throws it into Blackard. McGowan matched up with Blackard. 4 minutes left to go. Mooreland brings Wyrick and Eilers back in. Wyrick pushing on Buller. The two posts battling inside. Van Zee drives in. Puts it up over Weber. Gets it to fall. 12 points now. Van Zee coming up big on the last 2 possessions. Cardinals down by a dozen here. Need to find an answer. Post in the corner. Finds Estes on the baseline. Ooh, that contact got called quick. That's going to be 4 on Wyrick. 3:40 left to go. Cardinals in a lot of danger here. Wyrick will stay in. The Cardinals really need somebody to slash in and draw contact inside. They have not had that and have been unable to get the fouls called against Mooreland that they would be able to do if they were driving to the hole. The Cardinals have worked it into the post at times. Buller wide open for a 3-pointer off the front of the rim. McGowan and Buller challenge for it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Buller. Anderson has come in. Blackard's got it going against McGowan. McGowan reaches, Blackard takes advantage. Post to McGowan, post matches up. Clem drives in deep, picks it up, gives it to Wyrick. Wyrick against Megan right now. Steps around her, puts up the shot and in. Wyrick didn't do anything special, but a little bit of a head fake throws Megan for just long enough to get past her. McGowan looks to Abby. Abby was working to get into position. Cardinals are coming apart at the seams. 14-point lead here. And momentum has swung towards the Lady Cats. Alyssa Peters' foul out seems to have taken some of the air out of the Cardinals. It's time for a big play. That miss might be something to help the Cardinals get started. Kemper Post pushing in transition. Finds Emily Estes. Estes gets fouled on the shot and no call. Again, the contact. Touch fouls on shots are not getting called. Buller got pushed out of the lane. Estes gets fouled on a shot. Nothing's getting called here. This game has looked like it's going to be decided in favor of the white shirts. They have played well enough to earn it, but it's a bitter pill to swallow when you're seeing transition buckets with contact and no call. Post and Scarborough fight for it. Strain will come in for Buller. Mooreland won the other 2 games by 17 and 18. Question at the scorer's table. It's into Weber. Weber working against Anderson. Anderson riding her the whole way. Out to Strain. Cardinals got to run offense. 2.5 here. If there's any chance of this game, it's a 7-possession game. Or a 5-possession game with 3s. But the Cardinals have to score quick. Kemper Post into Estes. Clem does a beautiful job releasing from Estes and coming in to steal the pass. That's probably going to be it, folks. Lady Cardinals will look to play in the third place game against the Lady Bulldogs from Fargo Gage Fort Supply. Mooreland will get the hat trick and now get 3 wins in this series. Lady Cardinals fought valiantly, held the lead at half, but Mooreland coming back, able to take the game, building the lead in the third, and it looks like this game is going to swing the Lady Cats' way. I'd been curious to see, these two teams had played physical the other 2 times they played on a different court with this Buffalo tournament. With the way things were called yesterday, early on in the game, the Lady Cardinals' full court defense was not able to get the deflections. Instead, deflections turned into touch fouls. Inside, the big post players from Mooreland were able to push on the Cardinals. There you see it again. This time it's called. We had a third quarter literally where there was no way to keep track of how many players hit the floor. Lady Cats, though, again, Wyrick, a big spark. Her post play and working well with Eilers inside turned out to be a big difference in the game. Cardinals unable to keep up with the Lady Cats and their inside play. Lady Cardinals really looking for a scorer who can drive and slash through the zone. Mooreland zone able to extend further and further out, touching the three-point line at times. If a defense is going to do that, you've got to be able to punish them. Lady Cardinals unable to find an answer for that defense and were held to 30 points after 5 straight games of scoring at least 50 in games. Several 50-point games, several 60-point games. And Mooreland maintains their streak of only having losses against teams that have held a ranking at one point during the season. It's a quality opponent. They are set and built for a deep run in the playoffs. Lady Cardinals have tested themselves against them 3 times now and come up short each time. Each time looking closer, though. Next week, the 2 will match up again in Enid. Thursday at the Squirtle Festival, these 2 teams will be matching up. We'll be there streaming it for you so you can follow along. Lady Cardinals working against that 2-2-1 press. This time, the Lady Cardinals did not struggle with breaking the press or getting turnovers against it. The turnovers that they did have came in the half court. Contact called this time, and it'll send Kemper Post to the line shooting 2. Cardinals are in the bonus. It's a 5-possession game if you're shooting 3s. 7 possessions if you're doing it off traditional field goals. What's that? Who was that on? Oh, 4 on Van Zee. Van Zee, not Van Zee. Kemper misses it. Weber tips it, and Kemper's got the rebound. Kemper out to McGowan. Again, you see Mooreland extending that defense so far out that's making it difficult to get 3-point shots. Kemper will take one anyway, drains it. Cardinals have it at an 11-point game. A lot of contact. Cardinals scrambling here, trying to get the ball. Blackard losing it, picking it back up again. Scarborough's got it. Coach Uribe is going to take a timeout. Cardinals aren't giving up here. It's almost an impossible task. It is 4 possessions. But on the floor, you've got McGowan, Strain, Weber, and Post. All 4 of them can drain 3s with regularity. Buller's on the bench right now. Her mobility limited after the re-aggravation of the injury. Estes is out there. She can rebound. Emily generally doesn't take 3-pointers. Doesn't mean she can't try. But she's not known for a 3-point shot. So if the Cardinals can get the ball back quickly, they can turn around and put the ball up. As you just saw, Kemper putting in a contested 3. For the game, that gives Kemper 16 points. That might be most of anybody out on the floor. Yeah, Kemper's the leading scorer on the floor. Kemper put it together 2 really nice games. She made all-tournament team in merit. Van Zee throwing it in. Cardinals trying to stick with him. Estes ended up with Blackard, but she's backing off. Estes is playing with 4 fouls. She can't foul Blackard. Strain steps up. They switch. Emily's back out on Van Zee. She's got to step up, get the five count started. Yeah, Cardinals are going to go ahead and let it go here. They're playing tight defense, but they're going to let Mooreland go ahead and exit the game. So it's the closest of the 3 games. Cardinals getting closer every time. First time the 2 teams played, it wasn't really a game in the second half. Second time they played, Cardinals led in the first. Did really well, kept it close in the second. And then Mooreland was able to open up the lead in the third quarter. Mooreland, this time, had to come from behind, had a very strong third quarter, finished off with a strong fourth quarter, and they'll win the game to go 3-0 against the Cardinals this year. We'll finish off your stats and shut it down for the night. All right. Sorry, let's get over there. The Cardinals go in the locker room. Okay. Stats for the game brought to you by the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jada McGowan, rebound, 3 fouls, 3 steals. Kemper Post finishes with 16, game high for both teams. 4 rebounds, a foul, a steal, and an assist. Abby Buller had the 3 in the first half. 3 rebounds, 2 fouls, 2 blocks, and an assist. Alyssa Peters fouled out but had 1 point off a free throw and 1 rebound. Macy Strain, 2 free throws, a rebound, and a steal. Megan Weber, 1 free throw, 4 rebounds, and a foul. Emily Estes, 10 points to go with 3 rebounds and 4 fouls and a steal. The Mooreland Lady Cats, again, the rebounding advantage was huge. Lady Cardinals all together totaled less than 30 rebounds. That's not good. Got to do better than that. But Mooreland averages around 40 rebounds a game, which is just stellar. Lady Cardinals, let me count them up. 5, 10, 17 rebounds as a team. So that's a lot of your difference in the game right there. 17 rebounds. Lady Cardinals trailed by 1 at the end of first, but had the lead at halftime, 24-21. Mooreland came back with a strong third quarter, outscoring the Cardinals 11-5, and then finished things off, beating the Cardinals in the fourth with a 12-4 fourth quarter. So Lady Cardinals struggling in the second half to get points on the board. Lady Cats win it. In the bracket tomorrow, the Lady Cardinals will play for third place against Fargo, Gage, Fort Supply. That game will be played at 3 p.m. The boys will be playing in the championship game. That game will be at 6:45 tomorrow. So we'll have a big break between games. We will not run one continuous stream. So be ready 2:45 for the Lady Cardinals taking on the Lady Bulldogs from Fargo, Gage, Fort Supply, playing for third place. We'll be here for that, the boys' game, as they play for a championship, trying to go 2-time champs of this tournament. It's a good day to be a Cardinal. We'll finish it with a strong weekend. Rest up, get ready for more basketball tomorrow.